Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another live stream. We've got Coventry City's final away game of the season, unless we are to somehow make it into the playoffs. We'll see. It is a big matchup. It's Blackburn Rovers versus Coventry City, and as well as that, we'll bring you all the goals as they go in from the 3 p.m. fixtures. We've got a lot to talk about, and we want your opinions as well. So get involved in the live chat. If you're here already, make sure to drop a like. It's Blackburn versus Coventry. It's the penultimate week of the Championship season. There's also Premier League, League Two, and some League One action we all need to talk about, as well as the Championship itself. Blackburn, they need a result to stay in the division. They won't be relegated if they lose, but I don't think they can be mathematically safe necessarily if they win. They can be, actually. It depends on other results. They might not be, is what I'm trying to say. Coventry City, we know that the playoffs have virtually gone, but we'll see if we can win and other results go our way, then who knows. But welcome along. Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. Get your comments in early. Obviously, like I say, as always, for a 3 p.m. Saturday game, we're going to talk about the game in front of us, but we've got a lot else to talk about as well, including who our amazing guest is today, who's just walked into the room, and he goes by the name of Georgie Osters. Georgie Osters. How are we doing, George? Are you all right, my man?
Radio silence.
You're not coming in?
Yeah.
Here he is.
How are we all doing, guys?
It's
been a while.
Georgie boy. Yeah, I don't know when your last stream was. I thought you hated me.
I do.
Yeah, we don't get on. We don't get on. It's because people think we're related. So there's that brother rivalry. How you doing, George? You good?
Yeah, not too bad. I've been a bit ill the past few days, but I'm on the mend. So
He's on the
I'm
mend.
feeling better, much better today.
Coventry City will put a smile on your face, surely.
I'm sure, yeah.
Surely. Let's say hello to people in the live chat. Get your comments in. Like I say, there's a lot to talk about. We'll get the game up for you just before kick-off. Right, good afternoon, Matt. Come on, you Wolves, from Sam, who's a Wolves fan. Appreciate everyone joining. Obviously, it's usually Coventry fans and the opponents, but if you're a neutral, you're very welcome as well. Colin says hello. Thomas says good morning from Virginia. Good to see you guys. Yeah, Leeds got crushed yesterday. They did indeed.
What was the final score?
4-0.
4-0.
4-0 QPR. Yeah.
Bottling it, aren't they?
There's a lot to talk about. We'll talk about last night's result, and the League One season has come to a finish with the early kickoffs. We'll talk about that in a second. Ella, how you doing? Says, hey, Matt. Hope you're well. Can't wait to get to the CBS on Wednesday. Is it? When? I thought it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday, isn't it? The Coventry Ipswich game. You better not get there on Wednesday because the game might not be on that day. Can Coventry make the playoffs? Asks Blue Baron. Well, yes, let's talk about it. Keep your comments coming. If I've missed yours, comment again. Let's just get the table up for you first, because that will show what's on offer for both teams today. So
we'll know today, won't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see how Norwich get on, and then we'll know.
So last night, yes, Leeds United lost. They're still second, but look at this. Ipswich, 2 games in hand and only 1 point behind them. One of those games in hand being Coventry on Tuesday. As for Coventry then, guys, we are Coventry fans, aren't we? 9 points off with 3 games to go. These teams have 2 games to go. Basically, it's pretty clear cut now. We need 3 wins out of 3, no less. And we need one of West Brom or Norwich to lose 2 out of 2. And if it's to be West Brom, there needs to be a swing with the goal difference, because it's a 10 goal difference gap over 5 games. That would mean each game would need to be 2 goal deficits. So, for example, we'd have to win 2-0 tonight, 2-0 against Ipswich. They'd need to lose 2-0 to Wednesday. It's quite improbable. Norwich are the main ones to be looking at if you are optimistic about this. I think we've all pretty much written off our chances, but we'll see. If we win and one of those 2 lose, then it kicks the can down the road. As for Blackburn, QPR are now safe. Let's just mention that from last night's result. Stoke are the last team not safe just yet. They could be with a win at Southampton. Blackburn are hovering, aren't they? Do you think they'll be okay? I suppose it depends on today.
I think they will. I think 49 should be enough.
Well, because Birmingham are playing Huddersfield, one of them's guaranteed to... Well, they could draw, I suppose, but Birmingham might move up to 49, and then it gets interesting. Blackburn on the final day away to Leicester, so they'll say to themselves, today we've got to get something, won't they?
Yeah.
Right, that's the Championship. In the Premier League, Liverpool and West Ham have just played out a 2-2 draw at the London Stadium. That brings to an end any chances Liverpool have of winning the title. It's a shame for Liverpool, of course. Good result for West Ham. And in League One, we can say that Derby County have been promoted to the Championship, and the final lineup is Bolton versus Barnsley in the playoffs and Peterborough versus Oxford. So we'll do some videos on that, actually. I might do one tonight or tomorrow. We'll talk about the League One playoffs and who's going to be joining Portsmouth and Derby. Congratulations to those two clubs. Big clubs coming back to the Championship. Me and George earlier were actually talking about our preference for who we want to come up. George would like Barnsley because that's closer to him. I'd like Oxford because that's closest to Coventry out of these four, but you know, Bolton are a decent club, Peterborough not bad, and commiserations Cheltenham, they've been relegated. Burton got over the line despite losing 3-0. It's also the final day in League Two, and there's also some Premier League games, but it is the penultimate week of the Championship, and the one that catches my eye, George, is definitely Huddersfield versus Birmingham.
Yeah.
Massive.
6 points, ain't it?
Huddersfield are relegated if they lose, and Sheffield Wednesday, West Brom's a tasty one. And then later tonight, Hull City v Ipswich. Oh, I love it! I love it! I love the Championship.
To be honest, obviously we need Swansea to win today, but we want Birmingham not to win as well.
Yeah. You know so they need a win on the final day.
Yeah,
exactly that. Yeah, I mean, so you're still thinking there's a chance. You're still thinking.
Let's be honest. Swansea are not going to win today, are they?
Probably not, but let's see. Right, guys, keep your comments coming. Like I say, it's a big one. It's Coventry City's final away game of the league season, should we say. There is that very slim possibility of the playoffs, but I don't know how I'm still smiling. We've lost loads of games recently. Leon, how you doing? Leon, my man. We'll have to meet up soon. Good to see him in the live chat. He says, Matt Espiame. Ella says, Klopp limping out of Liverpool. Yeah, going out on a low, really, at this rate, isn't he, Klopp?
Yeah, I mean, how far are they behind? The City's still top.
Oh, yeah, they've really blown it now. I think they're technically no. Man City and Arsenal are both ahead of them, and Liverpool have now played more games. It's over.
Right.
They need Man City to slip up 3 times in about 5 games, so it's not going to happen. 30k plus at Hillsborough today, says Andrew. Well, do you know what's interesting? I was thinking. So I don't know what Mark Robbins thinks the possibility is of Coventry making the playoffs, but let's say it's 0-0 after half an hour, and then the Coventry fans get news that Wednesday are winning or Swansea are winning. Does that maybe change things a bit? And the Cov fans are saying, "Come on, we could, still possible."
I mean, it's because we literally have to win every game.
Yeah,
and then Norwich, even if they lose today, they still have to then lose on the final day of the season. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I think Robbins will want, be going into every game wanting to win anyway, regardless. So
yeah, and we'll come on to the starting 11 in a minute because I'm a little bit surprised. It's stronger than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
What else have we got? Let's catch up with a couple more comments, guys. Keep them coming. Of course, we are looking through it. We are looking at it through sky blue tinted glasses. We're forgetting that Blackburn have got so much to play for. In theory, they need it more than us because our chances of doing what we need to do are very slim. Good morning, Matt, says Michael, and George from across the Atlantic. Good to see you, Michael. Good to see you. So many people, 130 people in here. Please make sure to drop a like. It's free to do. Can we just do a big like spike? Everyone in here, hit the thumbs up button and we'll hit 130 likes. It takes 2 seconds. Please drop a like. And if anyone watching hasn't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. It is free to do. We're closing in on 63,000 now. It's not bad. Like, subscribe, and then let's get predictions in. I'm going to get the starting 11s up.
How many subs was you on at the start of the year?
51. It's going up about 12k.
In like less than 4 months.
Yeah, about that.
That's good. That is.
It's all right, isn't it? It's okay. Let's have a look. Blackburn with Pears in goal. I mean, I've shown you the goalie rating the other day.
I mean, you can look at Collins.
Yeah, well,
his mistakes are just as bad, really. Well,
and he made 2.
No, but
yeah,
I don't think he's not to blame for their third goal, is he?
No,
that's Thomas.
I'd say it's like a 90% Thomas, 10% Collins, because I still think Collins could have done a bit more. He kind of just didn't want to give away the penalty. Yeah, he didn't want to give away the penalty or something. Yeah. Right, Blackburn, Pearce, Carter, Hyam and McFadzean. Who are they? They sound familiar.
Yeah.
Britain, Tronstad, Rankin, Costello, Pickering. Watch out for this guy. Top goal scorer in the division, Smodics, Gallagher and Dolan. Now, you can look at this 2 ways, George. They've got the top scorer in the division, so he's obviously dangerous. But if they've got the top scorer in the division and they're 19th, that says quite a lot about the rest of
Most
the
of their
team.
goals are coming through him, basically.
Yeah, but it does, but it kind of shows that maybe he's carrying them.
Yeah.
Coventry, on the other hand, Collins, Van Evac, Thomas, Kitchen, and Da Silva, Eccles, Kelly, Palmer, Wright, O'Hare, and Sims. It's pretty good. I mean, there's no Sheaf, but it's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, I thought they were saying about Coventry playing kids. I don't see any kids in there.
No, I mean, there's quite a few on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is basically as strong as we can go. Is Torp injured? I guess he's not on the bench.
Torp is not on the bench. No. Oh yeah, the bench is pretty young, isn't it? I mean, a couple of these players I've not even heard of actually.
2 keepers on the bench.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
That's always a good sign.
That's always good. Okay, keep your comments coming, guys. Right, we're doing predictions. I'll get George's prediction in a minute. Hate to be a pessimist, but my prediction from the predictions video was Blackburn 3, Coventry 1.
Wow.
I know. But I'm thinking reverse psychology here. If I back us to get smashed, we're going to win.
What did you predict for the Norwich game?
Norwich win. No, Norwich draw 1-1, which still doesn't help us out. But I did back Wednesday to beat West Brom, so it's possible if we win, but who knows. Right, predictions. Feel free to share your predictions for the other games. If you support a team playing in another match today, get your prediction in. We'll keep you across all of the goals as they go in. 7 minutes till kickoff. I am buzzing. Hit the like button. Get your predictions in. Let's have a look. Blue Baron says, what was the feeling like when Cov pulled it back to 3-3? I'm going to tell these people, George, actually. You might think, oh, it's a bit embarrassing. At 4-3, when we scored our fourth, I saw tears in this man's eye. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, because I cried when we beat Wolves 3-2. And do you know what's funny? He got disallowed, and then a minute later you turned to me like, that's embarrassing. But you were literally it's a dream, it's a dream.
No, I said, is this a dream? Is this a dream? And then he got disallowed and was like, yeah, it was a dream.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Get your predictions in. Colin says 3-1 to Cov. But yeah, sorry, to answer that question, it was unbelievable. And even though I feel gutted we're not in the FA Cup final, it's probably still the FA Cup greatest semi-final ever. I mean, that was still an unbelievable game to go to.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Definitely.
Bradley says 3-1 to Cov. I think Bradley's a Leicester fan. Congratulations on, by the way, they are promoted. They got over the line after Leeds lost last night. 2-1 to Cov, says Chambers. Jamie says 4-1 to Cov. There's a lot of optimism here. Thomas says 2-2. As a Rovers fan, Smodic's back. Smodic's back is killing him. Is that from carrying the team? Is that what you're trying to say, maybe? Oliver says 2-1 to Hull. Barely. That's a big game later. Hull City v Ipswich. Loka says, where do you think Portsmouth will finish next season? I think they'll stay up. But it's hard to see teams doing what Ipswich have done again. I think, you know, if you're Portsmouth and you can get into mid-table, that's a good season. Derby may be the same. And then the team that comes up through the playoffs have got to be just thinking, let's survive.
Yeah.
But it's very competitive. It's very competitive. Right. How much interest do you think Smodics will get during the off-season? I reckon quite a lot, Michael. I reckon quite a lot. Charlie says Coventry was robbed. I agree, Charlie. Outrageous, wasn't it? I mean, they've drawn the line over Wan-Bissaka's foot and they've taken the freeze frame before Callum has even released the ball. If you move forward to another frame, he's still chipping it. So I think there's serious investigation work that needs to be done there. Keep your predictions coming. 5 minutes till kickoff. How close are we to 100 likes? We're on 70. Come on, guys. We've got 4 minutes now. 4 minutes to get 30 more likes. Everyone drop a like. It takes 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds. If you're sat, I can see some of you sat there not hitting the like button, and it really upsets me. Hit the like button. No, honestly, thank you for your great support this season. It's probably the last stream we'll do for Coventry this season. So let's go out on a high because the next 2 games are both at home. I'll be going. We'll see if we can get into the playoffs. We'll see. But this is kind of Coventry's last stand, isn't it? It's the thinnest of threads will be maybe cut today if Coventry don't win or if the other results don't go the way we need them to, even if we do win. So, like, subscribe. We're actually 1 subscriber away from 62,900. So hit that subscribe button. 1 subscriber to go. Peter says, keep Smodics quiet and Blackburn offer nothing. Yeah, well, I suppose the stats suggest that, but Gallagher's decent, isn't he? Dolan as well. Who's their second top scorer this season? Sigurdsson with 7. Sam Gallagher 5. Dolan 5. What about McFadzean and Hyam? Have they got any goals? Hyam's got 1. I don't think McFadzean's scored for them.
Hyam's a giant.
Right, George, I better get your prediction, mate. 3 minutes till kick-off
4-1.
to Blackburn.
Yeah. No, it's Coventry.
Really? I mean,
It's going to be goals today, let's be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't think Coventry can't win it. I think we certainly can, but to think they've got so much to play for and lose 4-1, really?
Yeah, I think they'll score. I mean, we haven't kept a clean sheet in forever. And, I mean, look at our lineup. It's attack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not even Bidwell. So it's like, I think we will concede, but I think we'll score a lot of goals.
That's it. When you take Bidwell out of the team, you're throwing caution to the wind, you know. You're absolutely going for it. Keep those predictions coming. Do you think Morgan Whittaker stays at Plymouth? They have to stay up to have any chance of holding on to him. The thing is, he could get a move to a better team, of course. That's no disrespect to Plymouth. I like Plymouth, but like a top end Championship team is what I'm trying to say. But if that happens, Plymouth then have a real chance of going down next season. Very hard to replace.
Well, you have to think what's worth more to them. I mean, they'll probably get 20 million for him, won't they?
That's true.
Like it's 20. Like
I think
it's like when we sold Gyökeres. Was Gyökeres worth more to us, or was 20 million worth more to us? I think 20 million was. What we were able to buy with 20 million.
At the time, I would agree. And I suppose he's had to play at a different level for his value to go up again. But it does now show he's worth more than 20 mil. But that's natural, I suppose, isn't it? That's to be expected. Keep those predictions coming, guys. On the whole, George, if we don't make the playoffs, which is fairly likely, is it a good, bad, or in the middle season?
Good season.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, it was always a consolidation season, wasn't it? Like the big, massive turnover in players. The fact that we've, been in a playoff charge and we've got to the semi-final of an FA Cup. It's got to be a good season, hasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I'll come back to that in a second. Just a couple predictions to bring you. Burgie says 4-1 to Cov as well. Good to see you, Burgie. Tommy says 2-2. There's a 3-3 from someone without a name. Ewan says 2-1 to Cov. Arsenal fan says 2-1 Cov. Simon, who's also an Arsenal fan, says 2-1 Cov. Emily says 4-4. Kevin says 2-0 Cov. Right, I appreciate the positivity there, guys. Stick around. How close are we to 100 likes? We need 100 likes in the next minute and 30 seconds. The players are out on the pitch. The game kicks off any second now. We are on 90 likes. 10 more to get to 100. Hit that thumbs up button. We've got 2 minutes, not even that, to do it. Drop a like and subscribe. So yeah, on the point we were just talking about, right now, where do you think, honestly, hand on heart, we're going to finish next season?
Second.
Wow, I know you're quite an optimist. So if I come back to this at the end of next season and we're finished even 5th, will you be willing to say, well, it's not as good as I thought, it's an underperformance, or is that...
I mean, it obviously takes a good, after sort of 10 games, that's when you know sort of how the season's roughly going to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think I can... Let's be honest, if we had, gelled quicker, if we had the team that we have now at the start of the season and they was all sort of playing together how they should be, we would have been sort of 20 points better off at least.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Because I think what was it like, we won like 1 in 15 games or something.
Yeah, the start was pretty slow, wasn't it? Yeah.
So if we can have a better start next season, then I think we have every chance realistically.
Yeah, well, we'll see, guys. Feel free to share your predictions for next season. There's 140 people watching. Thank you for your great support. Like I say, drop a like. I think we're on 99 likes, so one more like and we've done it. The game is kicking off just now. Remember, guys, of course, we're focusing on Blackburn versus Coventry, but we've also got Premier League, Championship and League 2 action to bring you the goals from. We are going live, and Coventry with over 4,000 fans in the Darwin end at Ewood Park. I mean, we always seem to sell out at Blackburn. I mean, they could have given us more, but they chose not to.
Yeah, strange, isn't it? Because we sold that out quite quick.
Yeah.
It's was going to say? I think it's important for us to win the remaining 3 games, just so we can finish on high. What did we finish on last season? 70 or 71?
70. So,
Yeah, so
we could still get 72, which is better than last season.
Yeah, so I think it is important to try and win the last 3. And yeah, I think it is going all out attack, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll bring you all the goals, guys. Predict down below, what minute is the first goal going in today? What minute is the first goal?
Here's a question. First goal, I'm going to say 11th minute.
Okay.
Here's a question for you. Do you think Ellis Sims and Hadji Wright will finish the season on 20 goals?
Oh, that's a good question. In all competitions?
Yeah. I mean, in the league, I think Sims has only got 13, 14?
Yeah. Okay, in all comps, let's have a little look. 90. Yeah, I think so. I think Sims definitely. He's got 3 games to get 1 goal. Hadji Wright's got 3 games to get 2 goals. I think, yeah, both get 20.
That's a good return, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's a good while since we've had 2 strikers that scored 20 goals. I think it's 30, 40 years or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a long time, isn't it? Bloody hell. Here's a thought. I mean, last season, our success was sort of built on our defence, wasn't it? Because we got the most clean sheets and, a lot of 1-0 wins and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe this season's been more enjoyable with all the 3-2s and 4-3s and all that kind of stuff. But do you think we need to revert to that a little bit next season? Maybe a bit more.
I mean, what's more exciting as a fan, scoring more goals?
But
or
would you rather make the playoffs or just miss out? If you compare the 2 seasons,
I mean, I don't think you can realistically. I mean, last season, how many new signings did we get?
The start of last season or start of this season?
Start of last season.
About 7. Not a lot, was it?
No.
Because we
there's just a few loans. In our starting 11, there was just a few loans.
Doyle, Clarksall was the year before. Yeah, it was a few, wasn't it?
Whereas in our starting 11 now, we've got Collins, Van Avac, Kitchen, Thomas, Wright, Sims. You're talking 6 or 7 new players just in our starting 11.
That's true.
So it's always going to take a while.
Yeah.
Whereas next season, you'll probably only see 2 or 3 new players in the starting 11. So I think we will start better next season.
I hope so. Yeah. So goalless, guys. Nothing to report on just yet. Possible chance here actually as Callum O'Hare feeds it to Casey Palmer. It's nice to see those 2 playing together. Palmer down the right hand side. He's going to be closed off here. Yeah, he's tried to. I was going to say he's tried to do too much, but he's kept it alive here. And Van Avac has it as Coventry go back to the halfway line. Still goalless. No goals in the 3 p.m. Premier League or Championship games just yet. We've had a goal in League 2. We've had a couple of goals actually in the same game. Accrington 1, Tranmere 1 after 4 minutes. Still 0-0 in this one. Coventry City have it with Bobby Thomas here.
Who leaves for you?
O'Hare. I think I just don't see him staying.
He's either going to go or it's it's be the last game of the season. He'd be like, actually, I'm staying. I
think what the last couple of seasons have told me is some of the players we've had have maybe asked too much, and Robbins is not willing to bend to just keep them.
Well, the thing is, we can't just throw money away because that's what a lot of teams done, including Blackburn. They spend way too much money and then they end up in financial trouble.
Exactly.
And we're not going to do that.
We ran sensibly. And then depending on contracts, because I'm not familiar with who's running out this summer, but maybe some of the players that are not quite up to this standard or a push.
Kelly, Godden.
Kelly. I hate to say it. I like Kelly.
Alan.
Maybe one more season, but he's not a starter. Here's Hadji Wright and Eccles, and back to Wright again as Coventry City keep it inside their own half. So we're monitoring the scores. Still goalless at Carrow Road, George. Still goalless at Hillsborough. Goalless everywhere in the Championship and Premier League. In League 2, it's just 1-1 between Accrington and Tranmere. Here comes Jada Silva, who's really impressed me lately, actually. Gives it to Palmer.
He did well against Man United when he came on.
He did. I thought he played all right against Hull as well. He got the assist, didn't he, for Thomas's goal. It seemed a couple of weeks ago his confidence had gone, and because everyone loves Bidwell, it's a bit hard under Silva. But I want to see everyone do well. You don't just
want. He's not great defensively though. Let's be honest. He's very small.
He's more attacking minded. Okay, here's a big goal, George. Sheffield United will be relegated if they lose to Newcastle today. They're away at Newcastle.
They're still relegated.
And they're 1-0 up.
They're still relegated.
The Blades are staying up. The Blades are staying up. Who do you reckon scored? Will it be Hamer? Maybe. We'll find out in a second. But there's your first goal from 3 p.m. Premier League and Championship games. Newcastle 0, Sheffield United 1. Let's catch up on some comments. Emily says, how's the family? They're all good, thank you. Ella says, do you think O'Hare will leave? Yeah, I do, unfortunately. 9 Championship games at this same time is crazy, says Adam. I know. Hey, Matt. Leeds lost to QPR yesterday, so only Ipswich can stop Leicester from winning the league. That is correct. I don't think it's. I mean, that is. Oh, shot from Eccles there, goes out for a goal kick. It is a nice prize to win the league, but the main thing is just getting in the top 2, and it's more of a battle between Ipswich and Leeds to just join Leicester. However, they do it. Mr. 96 says hello, good to see you. There's 150 people in here, so keep your comments coming. Drop a like, subscribe, and the goal for Sheffield United, sorry, was scored by Armahodzic. So they lead at Newcastle 1-0 in a game they have to get something from.
One thing you can say is generally the teams that have just came down take a while to get started. You know, like you look at Southampton and Leeds, I think they took a while to get started this season, whereas you look at established Championship teams, they sort of get off the mark quicker. Like
Yes.
Preston.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be a theme where like certain teams are always there at the start, aren't they? Preston. I think that's back-to-back seasons they've started well. Birmingham tend to start all right, and then they fall away and get in trouble with relegation. I don't know, like Blackburn and Millwall can be up there.
Yeah, I think it's probably the Premier League teams that take a while.
Here's a chance.
Oh, he's got to do better there.
Callum O'Hare's muscled off the ball. It's a fairly bright start from Coventry, but I'm not going to let that get me carried away because it's still 0-0 and not really any shots. Oh, Kelly gives the ball away.
Never give the ball away. Apart from there.
He's suffering with old age. Hector says, afternoon all, play up Sky Blues. It's great to see 150 plus people in here, which is fantastic for a game which potentially doesn't have a lot on it for Coventry, but we'll see. It's still 0-0.
Do you think we get rid of a keeper?
Oh, that's a big thing actually.
We have like 5 keepers.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
I think so. I don't know if it's been made official, but Simon Moore's surely part of the coaching staff now, isn't he? Because he's never going to like. It just seems to be stood there like telling the keepers what to do.
Yeah.
It's like, when I used to play,
Yeah, it's like a glorified ball boy, isn't he?
Yeah. I wonder if he's on a contract and they can't like terminate it, so they're like, well, we might as well get something out of you. Coach the others.
But like we have 2 senior keepers, and 3 senior keepers, including Moore, and then 2 junior keepers.
My view on Collins and Wilson, I prefer Collins, but recently he's had a couple of mistakes in him, which any keeper can.
Especially when he's young. He is young.
I agree, and I think
keepers generally you find they're at their best about 30, aren't they?
Yeah, that's probably their peak, isn't it? I would say that if we're going to challenge for, promotion in some way next season, I like them both as a sub keeper, but neither of them really as a first keeper at the moment. I don't know what you'd say. Maybe a new keeper.
I do think it's probably going to stick with Collins. We've spent money on him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Wilson was a free.
That's true.
You're probably not going to spend what was it like 1.5 million on him or something.
Yeah.
To stick him on the bench.
Monica says it'll be 2-1 to Cov. Hector says we need a new keeper. I really want Coventry to have something to play for against Ipswich, says Martin. Well, we need to win and see what else goes our way. So far, I'm fairly impressed. Coventry have got off to a good start. I was thinking earlier, George, because everyone talks about, Coventry absolutely shattered, which I can understand, of course, because we played 120 against Man United. But, before that, we had corner for Blackburn. We had an 8-day break between that one and the game before.
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter, does it?
Do you not think?
No, because if you know what I mean, you have to recover after a game. It does take a while.
I was also thinking, actually, it was quite funny because we both said before the Hull game, you look at the lineup, it's like 6 defenders, it'll be a low scoring game. We lost 3-2, didn't we? Didn't really go how we thought it would. Blackburn corner here. It's the first corner of the game on 10 minutes. Let's see how this plays out. Corner goes in. Oh, goodness me. Needs to be another corner. Oh, it was him. It was Dom Hyam. Has he forgotten what team he's playing for?
Giant.
I wonder if Robbins will think we know Hyam and McFadzean's weaknesses. Pace. But, you know, he knows those players. I wonder if he thinks he knows how to exploit them. Another corner here, though, for Blackburn, and Hyam and McFadzean are up there. Corner goes in. It's headed away. Half cleared.
Oh, struck that well, didn't it?
That actually fell to Smodics, and nearly Hyam diverted it in. And Coventry come away with it. Still 0-0 on 10 minutes. Just the one goal in the Premier League. Sheffield United lead Newcastle, and all of the Championship games are goalless. I wonder if there's a bit of tension in the air at some of them, especially Huddersfield, Birmingham. I can't imagine being a fan of either of those teams right now. I mean, it's like a League One playoff final, someone said the other day. It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Who can you see O'Hare going to?
I think Southampton.
In the Championship?
Either or, yeah. I think even if Southampton don't go up, they're better equipped to get up next season than us. Not saying we can't, but he's probably a Russell Martin style player as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think if he was on a contract, he maybe wouldn't make a move to Southampton, but because he's on a free, he can really have the say, can't he?
Yeah.
And he might think that's a good move for him. Blackburn, chance, it's...
But ultimately, it's not if he goes there and sits on the bench.
Well, yeah, that's true. Chambers says, I thought Fads was on loan there. No, is he? I don't think he is he?
No, signed for 10 million.
10 million, yeah, that was it. Now it's coming back to me. Let's have a look at some more comments. How faithfully will Mark Robbins be to us? I think he means how faithful will he be to us? When teams come hunting, we just don't give him the keys to the city. I don't think he's going anywhere, George.
Oh, bloody a goal.
Oh, Blackburn! Blackburn have missed an open goal.
Smodics, that was.
Oh, he's not that. He's not all that, is he? Well, someone was saying earlier his back's hurting. Maybe that's why he's leant back and put it over the bar from about 6 yards. Open goal.
Oh, all he's got to do is get over the ball. Then it's an easy tap in.
Well, if Blackburn lose this, they'll look back on that because that is. I mean, that is a 0.9 on the XG.
Got to be.
Massive chance. Basically, it was a shot from a cluster of bodies. It was spilt by Collins and it came to Smodics in virtually an open goal position.
He probably actually had time to take a touch then.
He did, yeah. There's absolutely no one near him. Wow.
It must be weird, like, if your Fad's playing against your old team, mustn't it? Like in the same season.
In the same season, yeah. I mean, it does happen a bit
standing
in football.
next to your old players.
I reckon the Coventry fans are giving him and Hyam a good reception, though.
I mean, Hyam, when did he go? Was it this season? No, it wasn't this season.
It was 2022, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, that's like 2 years ago. So, but yeah, no, yeah, still would, wouldn't you?
But Hyam was with us from League Two, wasn't he? So
yeah.
Let's have a look.
There's so many like Coventry players though that have done good with us, then they go elsewhere and they do worse, isn't there? Like it should just be a sign that stay at Coventry and you'll do better.
Yeah, we're certainly like a project. I think that's players have got to look at the surrounding factors of clubs, not just they are a big club or they are playing in this league, because if that's just how you look at it, I mean, Heyman might have looked at Sheffield United and thought, Premier League club, but come on, they didn't really have much of a chance of staying up, so they're basically a Championship club. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But that said, they're winning at Newcastle, so I won't rule them out. Here come Coventry with Hadji Wright. We still haven't tested their keeper yet. Here's Kelly. Oh God, he's a little bit slow on the ball, isn't he? Gives it to Eccles.
105.
That's true. Here's De Silva. Come on, boys. My biggest gripe with the Coventry players is not pulling the trigger enough. Gripe, that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. No, grime music.
My biggest grime is not pulling the trigger enough. I meant gripe. Smodics, how have you missed that? Says Bill Cypher. I don't know how they did miss that, to be honest. Midsummer says, come on, Cov, let's bounce back. Well, we've got a free kick here, George, in a good position.
Yeah. Hope Fads can score an own goal.
That's it. You've got to whip it onto Fads or Hyam's head here. Don't forget which way they're attacking.
What's the Norwich?
Yeah, they're both still goalless. It looks like Wednesday and Swansea have both started the better teams in those games, but you know what that means. Yeah. Norwich and West Brom are going to score now, aren't they? So 0-0. A quarter of an hour played. Coventry have had a pretty decent start, but not really tested the keeper. And then Smodics had missed an open goal for Blackburn.
1-0.
Casey Palmer. It's a crossing free kick. It's... Oh, I tell you what.
He needs to get a touch.
He was comfortable letting that go, the Blackburn defender, but it weren't far from sneaking in. Just takes a little touch off anyone and that's in. Let's have a look at this. It's only about two feet wide of the post. So 0-0 it remains. And still not many goals in the Premier League either. Sheffield United winning. What do you reckon for Man United Burnley, George? Can Burnley get something against Man United?
Yeah.
Man United are vulnerable, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Premier League relegation battle's quite interesting. It's looked for a while like Everton were in it, but they're going to survive now.
It's got to be Forest or Luton, ain't it, realistically?
I think it will be, but if you look at where Burnley are, 2 points off.
Yeah.
It's 1 from 3 now, isn't it? 2
Hmm.
points off as things stand, I should
Who'd you
say.
rather come down?
Oh,
I suppose you'd either Luton or Forest, really.
I've got to be neutral on this channel, George. Got to be neutral. I don't know. I like Forest and Luton. Both about an hour away from here in terms of away days. So, well, Luton maybe about an hour and 10. Oh, I don't know. I'm not picking.
Well, have you've been to Luton, but you weren't in the away end, was you? It was
No.
very small.
It's hard to get tickets in the away end.
Yeah, so I would say Forest.
Yeah. I don't think have you done Forest before?
When I was a kid,
When
like
you were young.
2009, I think.
Yeah. I like the City ground. So, still goalless here. Still goalless everywhere in the Championship, which at the moment, obviously, would mean Coventry's chances of making the playoffs would be over. We need ourselves to score and Swansea or Wednesday to score. And we're talking about kicking the can down the road. You know, it's not like if all the results go our way today, we're in. It just delays the inevitable.
Yeah, we're still like 6 points off, even if we win and they lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know, bearing in mind Ipswich, how much they've got to play for, that's gonna be so hard on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Do they need 2 wins or win and a draw?
2 wins from 3. In fact, 5 points from 3, so they could actually win 1 and draw 2, and that'd be enough.
And who they got in the last 3? Obviously us.
Hull today, us, and then Huddersfield at home on the final day.
Or
so
if they win today, they've got to really fancy their chances.
if they win today, they could be promoted at Coventry. Chance there for Smodics. It's a tame effort and collected by Collins. So 0-0, and same thing applies that I said earlier. It's Blackburn that are getting the shots off. I mean, it's not a very good shot, but who knows? It could have gone through Collins, that.
Yeah.
He needs a couple of those kind of saves just to build his confidence back up from the other day. Just make himself feel like he's got his confidence back. Let's have a look at some comments, guys. Can we do another like spike? What are we on? 129. One more takes us to 130. Hit the like button. The final Coventry stream of the season, unless something dramatic happens. Drop a like and subscribe.
I wonder if when Collins makes a howler, I wonder if Simon Moore goes, don't worry, I wouldn't have said that either.
He's like, you know what, you got close to that.
Yeah.
The Blue Baron says, I kind of hope Birmingham go down after how they treated their manager. An Arsenal fan says Birmingham shouldn't have got rid of their manager for Rooney. Yeah. Well, it's been such a long season. It felt like that bit happened ages ago now, didn't it? Because they had Eustace, who's actually the Blackburn manager in front of us today. Then they had Rooney. Then they had Mowbray. And then they got Rowett now because Mowbray's, he's not very well. We wish him all the best. But that is a massive game at Huddersfield. And if Huddersfield win, Birmingham are on the brink of relegation, which is kind of alien to us. They've always been a championship team in my eyes.
Yeah,
I mean,
and even Premier League team.
Yeah, I remember them, of course, being in the Premier League and winning the Carling Cup as it was then. But they're the longest serving championship team, 13 years in a row. That's quite some feat, isn't it? But they're not one of the better ones, if we're being honest. They're always scraping by.
Yeah, it's like when Coventry were in the Premier League.
Yeah, and even to an extent in the championship.
Yeah.
Last time round. Oh, Hadji Wright!
No,
what is he doing?
Then?
Oh, Hadji!
Why is he at that first time?
No, he's not going to get 20 goals this season, George.
He's got to take a touch then.
That's, not quite as big a chance as Smodics had, but it's a one-on-one.
Take a touch.
What is he doing?
He had so much time. He must have thought that geezer was closer to him.
That geezer. Britain, yeah. He could have even taken 2 touches, like one to steady himself, next one to set himself up.
But even if he gets tackled, then there's a risk of a penalty, isn't it?
and he'd be scoring it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a good chance.
Okay, it gives us a bit more confidence though, doesn't it? Like a big chance came there. Got a test pet. I mean, even if you do take that first time, put your laces through it.
Yeah.
You know, the keeper had time to have a cup of tea before he saved that. I mean, it was so close to him. Not enough power. Blue Baron says Ipswich were in the Championship for ages before they went down. Yeah, I remember Ipswich being in the Championship for quite a while. It was Derby and Forest that held the record for a little while recently. They were both in the Championship for 14 years.
Preston have got been in there a while.
I remember they came up in 2015, so that's 9 years now.
Oh, they went. They was in League One.
Yeah, do you remember they being in League One? Yeah.
Oh, I remember we played them. Was it Johnson's Paint Trophy?
Yeah, that's it. We
Yeah,
played them a couple of times in League One,
Yeah.
and then they came up in 2015, and they've been in the Championship since. They're probably the second longest team, unless Bristol City might have gone up the same season. I think they're about 9 years as well. Why is Collins getting rewarded for 2 clangers? Why no Ben Wilson, says Finn.
Like he's eating his sweets.
Yeah, speaking of goalkeepers, there's Steve Ogrizovic having some lozenges. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, you know, when Ben Wilson was soon to make a mistake, Collins came straight back in. I do prefer Collins, so I haven't questioned this much. But yeah, if you're a fan of Ben Wilson, I think you've got a right to think, hang on, Wilson should now be getting a chance again.
I mean, let's be honest, if we're 1-0 down in this game, come 95 minutes, you bring Ben Wilson
You bring Ben Wilson on, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And you get a corner, yeah.
Send him up. Leave back a salmon.
That's the one. Let's have a little look at League Two. There's a few goals flying in there. How do things stand at the moment? So as things stand, Sutton are going down, and it'll be Barrow, Crewe and Doncaster finishing in the playoffs. The top 3 has already been sealed. Here come Blackburn, Smodics. Oh, chance. It's well blocked.
It's going to Schmodics every time, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the live wire, isn't it? Well, it's kind of what we said before the game. Everything probably runs through him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Coventry City come away with it. I think sometimes, although I'm not saying he's a bad player, it can be to a team's disadvantage, though. You know, you can maybe say, look at Spurs without Kane, they're actually doing fairly well.
Yeah.
If you're kind of reliant on one player, if everything has to go through him, then the other players aren't able to flourish.
Yeah.
Can you believe this, George? 23 minutes on the clock in most Championship games, and everywhere it's goalless.
Yeah. It's probably a bit of
Tense.
Everyone's scared to lose, aren't they?
Yeah, well, in Coventry's case, we've got nothing to lose. We might as well go for the win and hoping on favours here. I think what it might be is one goal goes in somewhere and it sets off a reaction. So say Wednesday start winning, then Huddersfield will be like, we've got to win now. And do you know what I mean? It all opens up. So,
whereas you wouldn't think they would pay too much attention to other results, though, would they?
I think that's the beauty of the league
on
season.
The final day, maybe.
Oh, and there it is! Wednesday have scored! Wednesday 1, West Brom 0. I literally just said, what if Wednesday score? They're the first team to score, and if Coventry were to win, and that one stays the same, we're still in. Oh, and now Swansea have scored! Oh, what's going on? Swansea have scored as well. 2 goals we needed in the space of a minute.
We need Huddersfield to score now.
Oh, George! Oh, I can't get myself excited. Surely not. How about this?
Like that, is it?
Swansea and Wednesday both lead. Oh my God.
But look at Bristol City took the lead, didn't they, against Norwich?
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I can't let myself get carried away, George, but both teams we want to lose are losing. We're going to go and concede now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It would be great to take it to the final day, wouldn't it?
Wow. Well done, Sheffield Wednesday. They need a win. As for Swansea, nothing to play for, but you never know in the Championship, George. Wow. Stick around, guys. We'll bring you all the goals as they go in. Could you, in the space of 30 seconds, does that make you feel any different?
I mean, it's a good start.
It's all right, isn't it? Yeah.
Who have Hull got today? Because they're realistically the only team that can catch
Yeah, they're playing Ipswich. So we'll keep an eye on that one tonight.
And who have Hull got in the final day?
Plymouth away.
That's going to be a tough game, ain't it?
Yeah. Chance here for Blackburn goes out for a Coventry goal kick. Now, I wonder how many Coventry fans have just seen what's happened in those other games and starting to let themselves think, I must say as well, Blackburn fans won't be happy to see Sheffield Wednesday scoring because Wednesday, I believe, will move level with them. Let's have a little look. In fact, yeah, they will. Both on 50 as things stand. Plymouth are now in a dangerous position, so them taking on Hull.
If Blackburn lose, they'll drop
below them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still waiting on a potential goal at Birmingham Huddersfield, which would really open things up.
Yeah, we really need Huddersfield to score.
I mean, even if that game finishes a draw, George, Birmingham will need a win on the final day if you look at the points here. So
that's true.
Wow. Okay. 25 on the clock. Still 0-0 here, guys, but if you are a Coventry fan, still optimistic, at the moment, there's a chance. Swansea lead and Wednesday lead. We'll keep an eye on those. Here come Blackburn. Here's a chance for Blackburn Rovers. Smodix. Oh, it's cleared.
Imagine they both lose today and then we lose.
That would be so frustrating.
Yeah.
Or even if we draw, it doesn't do it, does it?
Yeah.
We have to win. We have to win.
But it happened against Birmingham, didn't it? I mean, they didn't get that great results, and then we lost against Birmingham. I think against Cardiff.
Yeah. Who do you reckon got the goal for Swansea? Coventry lad.
Oh, what's his name?
Jamie Patterson.
Yeah.
He's helping us out. So there's your goals and an equaliser in the Premier League. Newcastle have scored through Alexander Isak. 1-1 at St James's Park. Do you know what's quite frustrating though? I mean, I'm still thinking, hang on, this is good. Well, we've still got a chance. But if we were 3 points better off, think how much better it would be to see those goals going in. You go, but it's like, at last, I don't know. We need to score. Let's focus on this game where.
Do you even have the energy for playoffs though?
The players might not.
I've just sort of thought, we're gonna have a great season next season. I feel like if we was to do playoffs, we'd just then start next season on the back foot.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Because it is hard to get off to a flying start when you've had the playoffs, isn't it?
You could make an argument that's part of why Coventry had a slower start. Less.
You're 3 weeks behind, aren't you?
Yeah, less preparations and stuff. And players do need a break as well. I know someone might say.
I think Robbins needs a break.
Exactly that.
He needs a good holiday.
The Cardiff match has killed Coventry, says Ella. I think that was a killer. Yeah, having led at home against a team with nothing to play for. Yeah, that was a stinger. Here's a free kick for Coventry. I mean, if we're the next team to score in the Championship, you'd be saying this is almost too good to be true. The only goals going in are the ones we want at the moment.
Yeah.
Coventry free kick. We're still yet to test pairs. Let's see. Palmer whips it in. Delicious. Oh, okay. Pears was forced to punch it. That might go out for a Coventry throw, and it will. Oh dear. Still no other goals in the Premier League. Let me just run you through what's going on, guys. In the Premier League, everywhere it's level. Fulham 0, Palace 0, Man United 0, Burnley 0, Newcastle 1, Sheffield United 1, Wolves 0, Luton 0. In the Championship, Blackburn 0, Coventry 0. Everywhere's 0-0 actually. In fact, for Wednesday and Swansea, who are beating teams 5th and 6th. This could possibly be the best day of the season for Hull if we win today, says Oliver. I mean, yes, we must point out if Hull win today, they're all going to be level on 72 points.
Surely Ipswich can't bottle it now, though. Do you know what I mean? They've been given so many opportunities. Now they've got 1 point behind with 2 games in hand.
Here's a good question. Let's say Cov do win today and those other results continue to stay our way. What would be good in the Hull-Ipswich game? Because obviously we wouldn't want Hull to win, but Ipswich, do we want them to come to us having just lost or just won? Or?
Just won. Because then they only need a point on the final day, isn't it?
No, it's 5 points they need. So if they drew at us, then they need a point.
Have they got worse goal difference than Leeds?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Leeds have got a much stronger goal difference.
Okay.
Oh, dearie me. Once again, thank you for your great support. Let's see if 200 likes would bring us a goal. We'll say 150 actually, because we're on 145. 5 more likes and we'll hit 150, and then maybe Coventry get a goal. Drop a like and subscribe. Half an hour played, 0-0.
Surely Ipswich can't bottle it now. I mean, Leeds have literally said, "Go on, have it." And Ipswich keep going, "Nah, I don't want it."
Well, they're both being polite, holding the door open for each other, as someone said in a comment the other day. It's like, you first. No, you, come on. And it seemed for a little while like they were all doing that, and Southampton were going to come along and sneak in, but then they've messed it up now. So
who do you want to go up?
I mean, I don't have a preference.
I said Leeds, Leicester and Southampton just so they're gone. You know,
Well,
it's a
year one
parachute,
parachutes.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, the Championship could look very strong next season if both Leeds and Southampton are still in it and the team's coming down. Okay, let's have a look. Blackburn making better attempts in the box, says Burgee. Yeah, I mean, we're still 15 minutes from half time, but does Mark Robbins at half time look at the other scores? Surely he's got to.
I don't think he will.
You don't think so?
No.
Because let's say both the other results were going horrendously against us, both Norwich and West Brom 2-0 up. You'd be a bit more like, well,
yeah, but then it can demotivate the players.
That's true. That's true. So he's thinking, I don't want to know. We're just going to win.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Matt, who's playing Ipswich? Hull at 8 p.m. tonight. Massive game. I mean, I suppose it is a bigger game for Ipswich given the context of their season, but it's massive for both at this rate.
Yeah.
Hull have the home advantage. Oh dear. I mean, at this point, George, do you think even a draw now against Hull could have been a lot? You know.
Yeah.
It's a shame, isn't it? Like, because we obviously went into that game thinking we need to win. We lost, but it was. I think the draw would have been relatively fair. And the third goal was just horrendous.
I think we were the better team in that game.
You think?
Yeah.
I thought they were quite good, Hull.
I don't think they offered a lot.
Okay. I thought first half, I thought they were better.
They
than
scored like two. Like one was what was the first one?
Collins went through.
Yeah, so that was just a howler, and the third one was a howler.
Blackburn free kick comes in, headed away. Still alive here. Oh, don't give anything stupid away. Oh. 0-0 it remains. Coventry head the ball away. And let's have another look at the scores. There's been a goal. This one doesn't really mean anything. It's Bristol City 1, Rotherham 0, maybe as to be expected. Conway
might be down.
with a penalty. Yeah, at this rate, you struggle to see a way back for Rotherham to stay in the division. Can they get 30 points in the next two games?
To be honest, though, Eustace is a Cov fan, isn't he?
And a Cov player.
Yeah, so maybe, because he always does let us win, I think, doesn't he?
He always does, does he?
Like if he was still the manager when we played him the other week, he would have let us win.
What, for Birmingham, you mean, yeah? Yeah. Well, I remember he was their manager when we played them the final home game of last year. That was a really good game, actually. A really sort of carnival atmosphere at CBS, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the first time we kind of sold it out in a long time, and now it's just become the norm.
Yeah.
Lofted ball over the top. Chance here for Blackburn, maybe. Coventry don't.
Oh no! Offside. No, I mean, it went out for a corner. You know if
Kelly, what are you doing? That was so close.
You know if say Leeds don't go up, do you think they'll lose a lot of their players?
Some. I think they'll know that they need to be strong again next year to get up. If anything, it might make them think the opposite.
Somerville will be like, "Oh no, we don't want to stay at the
maybe not the best like Somerville, but they might also be able to bring in more quality because they'll be like, well, clearly what we had this year wasn't enough. We need to have more and push harder next year. They could be like really good next year. Chance here for Blackburn or goal kick. Oh god, yeah. I hate that. Sometimes they kind of point in between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot to make you confused. They're like there. You're like, what is it? It's a goal kick. Coventry goal kick. George. Oh, it's a goal for Norwich.
Yeah, we're seeing that coming.
Norwich have levelled. It's over, George.
It's over.
We're not going up.
They're not really going to score again now, are they, Swansea?
Norwich have levelled.
Well, it's over. May as well just lose this game 10-0.
It's Sarah who scored 10 minutes after Patterson scored. Let's be honest, George. But before the game, at 35 minutes, if I offered you these scores as they are, you'd probably taken it. So let's see. Still possible. Coventry can keep things alive. But it all depends. We need to make sure we do our job in this game. I mean, the other results could go massively our way, but it won't matter if we don't win. Take 0-0 at half time.
Yeah. We're always strong in the second half, aren't we?
Who's been the better team so far?
Even.
They've
probably had the better chances.
I think we've played nice football, but we're not. Yeah, I agree. We're not actually shooting. No. Here's a chance though. Here comes Sims.
Hadji Wright chance. I think that was.
No, that was massive, wasn't it? Sims got all crosses.
Oh no.
Blackburn clear their lines. Of course, we must point out once again to any Coventry fans that aren't aware, Blackburn are scrapping for points to get out of not the bottom three, but the trouble down there. And a draw does take them to 50, which we think should be enough.
Yeah, 50 points should be enough for Stoke to
score. Stoke have scored at Southampton, and a win for them is mathematically enough.
You know what? I think Southampton are going to struggle in the playoffs, because usually the teams that are not in great form struggle in the playoffs, like Middlesbrough last season.
Yeah.
If they just sort of stumble over the line.
Oof. Stoke 1. Southampton 0, Stoke 1, I should say, sorry. Here come Coventry. Casey Palmer, how'd you write here? Oh!
Nah.
Couldn't quite get it to Sims. And Blackburn get away with one there. 10 minutes to half time. So yeah, I must say a massive well done to Stoke on that goal. 1-0 up. Let's have a little look at the state of play at the moment, George. On 36 minutes across the grounds. It will be Coventry missing out if we don't win, of course, but a win right now would be enough, with West Brom losing just to keep us alive. Huddersfield and Birmingham are holding hands going down together at this rate, aren't they? I mean, actually, Huddersfield, they are relegated even if they draw right now, with Stoke and Wednesday winning and Plymouth drawing.
The thing is, I think Coventry have got to win the last 3 games just so it... Because we could slip down to mid-table and then people are, they're just a mid-table team. Whereas realistically, we're literally one of the best teams in the league.
Exactly that. Cardiff play Middlesbrough, and the winner of that will overtake us if we don't win. So, you start to think, hang on, people will look at us as, 10th or 11th best team in the league, which we personally don't think we're not. There you go. Still 0-0. Not many goals in the Premier League, I must say. Burgee says, can see this ending 0-0 or 1-0 Blackburn. I think it could be 0-0 until the late stages, but Coventry would then have to gamble no matter what, really. Right. What's your prediction? Emily says. My prediction was 3-1 Blackburn, which I've got to be honest, at the moment, I don't think will happen, which is something. Keep your comments coming, guys. 156 likes. Let's keep going. If you haven't already subscribed as well, guys, I must say it is free to subscribe. Everyone in here, take 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button. We could hit 63,000, which would be amazing. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you already have, then thank you, you legends.
Ipswich could still win the league.
Yes, that's something someone pointed out earlier. Yeah, because they've got a game in hand. They could still dethrone Leicester. But if you're an Ipswich fan, you're just thinking about top 2 rather than the league. That's a bonus, isn't it? Blackburn bring it forwards and Coventry head it away. Still 0-0. Any more goals in the Championship? No, but a goal in the Prem, which Forest fans will be loving. Wolves 1, Luton 0. Wolves mid-table, not a lot to play for.
Got to win that, haven't they, Luton?
Luton struggling now. Smodix wins a corner there for Blackburn. George has had enough. He's marching. He's marching out.
Can't take it.
Is there a fire drill? I think he must be going toilet. Still 0-0. Goal for Wolves, people are saying. Yeah, we just mentioned that, didn't we? Wolves 1-0 up against Luton. So, Blackburn corner here. Wednesday is still beating West Brom. Norwich Swansea is still level. Oh, it's Dom Hyam once again who nearly scores from the corner. I think he looks determined to score against us today. Every time they have a set piece, he's the highest in the air, isn't he? And they get another corner here, Blackburn Rovers. And it does worry me that Dominic Hyam pops up with a goal, which would just be brutal for the Coventry fans. I don't think Leeds or Southampton will win the playoffs, says Samuel. We'll see. Right now, I mean, Norwich, not winning. West Brom not winning. Who's going into the playoffs in the best form? Coventry clear their lines. Kelly gets it to De Silva. And Blackburn keep the pressure on Coventry here. We can't afford to go behind in this game. We do it all too often. We need to get the first goal. I'd take 0-0 at this point because Blackburn have looked a bit more dangerous than us. Although here's a chance for Hadji Wright. Blackburn clear their lines. Still 0-0. So the goal for Wolves came through Huang Hee Chan. And yeah, remember Nottingham Forest take on Man City tomorrow. So it is a free hit really, isn't it? But they could do with Luton not winning today and they're losing. So there you go. Camera pans in on John Eustace there on the touchline.
And here's Cookie.
The game remains goalless. And they had a couple corners there when you weren't here. Dom Hyam just looks like scoring every time. He just keeps rising highest.
The giant.
Dom Hyam's a giant. Doncaster 2-0 up against Gillingham.
That's crazy, isn't it, their turnaround?
They were third bottom 3 months ago. Third bottom.
Crazy.
They're in the playoffs now and definitely the best form as well.
They've got to win it, ain't they?
It seems in the script, doesn't it?
You could just imagine Biamu scoring a double in the semi-final.
Yeah. Overhead kick or something.
Yeah.
We saw that. So, Cheesy Potato says, Sarah, we signed him from Brazil. Yeah, Norwich will be shoving off Coventry.
You could sign from an international team.
Shoving off Coventry at this rate. Must point out for Norwich, it won't be mathematically done because Hull City can still throw them out.
Basically, though, isn't it?
Here's Eccles on the edge of the box, gives it to Palmer. It remains 0-0. Palmer.
Penalty.
Hadji Wright looks for a penalty. He's not getting that. He's lucky to get that in the Championship, I think. So 0-0.
Rules in the Championship.
No, the Premier League they give it if there's any kind of contact, don't they? It's a bit silly. Yeah, I don't think that's a pen in my eyes.
But why has he got his arm on his shoulder there? I mean, his hand on his shoulder.
It depends on how you look at the rules.
He is trying to hold him back, isn't he?
I mean, it is a contact sport, so there is, allowed a little bit of that. But then, I don't know.
I get shoulder barge, that's a shoulder barge, but why have you got your hand on someone's shoulder? You're holding them back, aren't you?
That's true. Max Biamu's changed them, says Ian. Yeah. I think you said that, didn't you? As soon as they signed Biamu.
Literally, it's the same time. I think his first game they won.
Yeah.
And then they've just won every game since.
Chance here for Blackburn. Oh, goodness me.
That could have went in, couldn't it?
No, I don't like it. Smodix tests Collins and it goes out for a corner.
Take a draw at half time.
I just said, 0-0 at half time. I'm happy with because chances wise, they look a lot more dangerous than us. I mean, 5-10 minutes ago, I was happy to say this game's relatively close, but if you're looking at the big chances, they could be winning. I won't say they should be, but they could be.
Isn't it crazy how Ellis Sims has already played 50 games this season?
Has he?
Yeah, that's what it says on there. It's mad because it seemed like he didn't play in the beginning. Oh,
how have Blackburn not scored from that corner? Oh, goodness me, it's cannoned out off a load of bodies and Blackburn gather the pieces halfway inside the Coventry half, but
they've been on top, haven't they, last 5
chance,
minutes?
Smodix. Oh, goal kick.
He can't finish.
Well, he can't today, can he?
No.
It looks like he needs loads of chances to score. Goodness me. That's another good chance there for Blackburn.
Imagine having the top goal scorer in the league and getting relegated.
Yeah, that would be
weird,
strange,
isn't
wouldn't it? Yeah. It makes you think, how bad is the rest of the team?
Yeah.
Here's Casey Palmer. That looked a free kick to me.
Yeah.
Robbins shows some
But then he
protest.
probably thought Palmer's just leaning back into him.
Yeah. Coventry get a throw in here. We certainly look happier to take it 0-0 at half time.
Yeah. I think.
Credit to Blackburn, by the way. I think they've played all right.
Yeah. It kind of seems that's our plan, like the last sort of 5 games, though, isn't it? Get to half time 0-0 and just do them in the second half.
I agree, yeah.
But then when it doesn't go to plan, we have to think of something else.
I mean, it's all back to front though. We set up defensively in the last game. There's loads of goals. We've set up quite attacking today, and there's no goals.
Yeah. Weird,
a goal in one of the beach ball games, should we call it? Cardiff 0, Middlesbrough 1. Nothing riding on it. Oh, look at that one, George. Huddersfield 0, Birmingham 1. Oh, that's big.
Huddersfield down.
Huddersfield on the verge now. Look at that. There's the goal.
Kitchen sink, isn't it, in the second half?
Birmingham score.
Not good for us.
What a time to score as well. 45 minutes. And if you're a Plymouth fan at Millwall now, you're thinking, oh my God, crapping themselves, because they are level on goal difference with Birmingham now. Oh, it's
terrible. Plymouth?
They're away at Millwall, who've got nothing to play for. 0-0 in that one. But there you go. It's Muyoshi.
But who did Plymouth play in the final day?
Hull.
Oh, yeah. So they have to win that.
Yeah, we'll go to the standings in a minute, but all of this is pointing towards a lot of pressure on all of the teams down there, including Blackburn, who, if they look at the scores at half-time, might be thinking, we've got to win this. Which might work to Coventry's advantage. If both teams think, well, we've got to win, then there you go. I mean, because if Blackburn play Leicester away on the final day...
good for Blackburn, then?
It could be, but they're kind of leaving it up to the other teams to not catch them.
Okay, so who can catch them?
I'll have a little look at we'll do the table in 20 seconds when we get to half time. We'll work out what's going on down there. In the meantime, here come Coventry with possibly the last action of the first half. Might as well cross it, mate. You're running out of time here. Van Evak. Seconds to go.
Yeah, penalty.
O'Hare. Palmer. Back to O'Hare. No, he's done too much. And Blackburn... Oh, it's O'Hare versus McFadzean. And Blackburn clear their lines. And that is half time. Quick half time analysis, George.
Fairly even. Blackburn have been, the slightly better team. They've had the better chances, but that probably favours us going into the second half.
So, if you've just joined us or you aren't aware, for those of you Coventry fans that still think there's a chance of making the playoffs, we need to win and hope that at least Norwich or West Brom, one of them, lose.
Preferably Norwich.
Preferably Norwich, who are drawing, and West Brom are losing. So, if we win as things stand, we'd still have a chance going into the final week, which is all I'm asking for. I'm not saying I'd want us to make it, because I know the chance. Well, I do want us to make it, but the chances are so slim.
Who West Brom got on the final day again?
Preston.
I feel like I'm going to keep asking you these questions over and over again.
But as for Blackburn, let's run you through the other scores in the Championship, because the Championship relegation battle is so crazy right now, guys. 200 people in here, guys. Just take 2 seconds to drop a like. It's a final. It's not final. It's the penultimate day of the Championship season. I mean, it's a crazy day. We'll run you through the halftime scores and the table. Drop a like, subscribe, comment, and let's have a little look at what all of this means. So, halftime pretty much everywhere now. Blackburn, of course, 0-0 with Coventry here. Bristol City are beating Rotherham. Cardiff 0, Middlesbrough 1. Huddersfield 0, Birmingham 1 is massive. Millwall 0, Plymouth 0, Norwich 1, Swansea 1, Wednesday 1, West Brom 0, Southampton 0, Stoke 1. Oh, and Norwich 2-1. Oh, Norwich 2-1. Right on first half stoppage time, Norwich go 2-1 up against Swansea, which is not great for Coventry, but there you go. It's all eyes on Wednesday now. Can they get 3 or 4 more goals? Wow, massive for Norwich, we must say. Wednesday 1-0, Southampton 0, Stoke 1, and Watford 0, Sunderland 0. But there you go. We need to point that out. Norwich have just scored again. Norwich 2, Swansea 1. If you're a Canaries fan, you're loving life. A win for Norwich pretty much wraps up their place, because their goal difference is so much better than Hull's. But Wednesday are keeping Coventry alive at the moment with their lead over West Brom.
Are West Brom going to lose at Preston there?
At home to Preston as well.
Yeah.
Well, West Brom have only won 1 in 8, I think, 1 in 7 now.
They're not going to lose 10-0 though, are they?
Well, as we said, it's 2-0s here and there. Right, let's have a little look at the table then, guys, because look at all those scores. This is what the half-time table looks like. Let's start at the top. Nothing going on in the top 3 right now. Southampton are losing, but that doesn't really matter. Norwich winning. They are on their way to the playoffs as things stand. West Brom are giving Hull City and Coventry a lifeline. Meanwhile, Coventry have been swallowed up here by Middlesbrough, but Middlesbrough can't make the playoffs. Coventry have to win. Hull City play later tonight. Coventry still need West Brom or Norwich, one of them to lose. One of them is losing at the moment. Right, down at the bottom, George, look at this. Oh, my God, you're going to need 50 points at this rate, maybe 51. Rotherham are already down. Huddersfield are heading down as things stand. Birmingham City are winning the big 6-pointer, but the other results are that no one else is losing. I mean, look at this, George. Stoke are winning, Blackburn are drawing, Wednesday are winning, Plymouth are drawing, Birmingham are winning. They're all picking up something. So the bar is going up. And if it stays like this, I mean, look at the final day, 49, 49, 50, 50.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do this, George. I can't imagine being one of those fans. Blackburn have got to come out and get the win here because they're a hot potato. They've got the hardest game on the final day right now.
Yeah, it's going to be all down to the bottom of the table. I mean, the final 6 that might be done by the end of today, mightn't it? Top 6.
The top 6 might be.
The bottom of the table is going to come down to the final day.
Regardless. Oh yeah, I mean you can't see that. Oh, I don't know what to say. They're all so close. They're all so close. Wow. Can you believe this?
They've had 2 shots in the first half.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? Right, just a reminder, at the top end, Coventry need to win, and as things stand, we'd still mathematically be in there. The goal difference would be 8 apart if we win by 1 and West Brom lose by 1. It's a big swing with 3 games to do it in, because we have 2, they'd have 1 to lose. Oh, I don't know. Let's just see.
Preston win 5-0 on the final day.
Yeah, with nothing to play for.
Yeah.
Just turn up and smash them.
But that can happen, though. Remember when we beat Millwall 6-1 on the final day?
Yeah, well, do you know what? I mean, this was just before Coventry got to the Championship, but most Championship viewers might know this. In the 2019-20 season, this was the bit where at the end of the season there was no fans. On the final day, Swansea and Forest were 3 points apart and 6 goal difference apart for them for 6th and 7th. Swansea won by 3, Forest lost by 3, and like the final 5 minutes of the season they swapped. You wouldn't have thought it was possible before,
no.
But it can happen. The Championship's a strange division. Right. If you got to stay up for a change, says Chris. I don't know who he's talking to. If Norwich go up, I think he's talking about if Norwich go up, they've got to stay up for a change. Yeah. Guys, keep your comments coming. 230 people in here, which is fantastic. The penultimate week of the season. Drop a like. Let's go for 200 by the end of half time. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. It's free to subscribe, so get involved. Help us get to 63,000. Hit that subscribe button. Get in the live chat. Share your thoughts. Let's just show people what the stats were from the first half, George. There they are in all their glory.
Yeah, Coventry all over them.
Does that reflect what we've seen here? Because it makes it look like Blackburn are playing a League 2 team. It's just they're pulling the trigger more, which I've got to say makes...
To be honest, their shots haven't been great, have they? All over the bar and
they've
wide.
We've both had a golden opportunity, is the way of looking at this.
I said they had the better chance with Schmodix.
They had the best chance.
Had you rights was a decent chance.
Yeah. So there
they've had
go.
0 clear-cut chances.
I don't know how they measure that.
No, that's
what does SofaScore reckon, actually? Because they're usually fairly good. Stats. Big chances. They've had 1 and we've had 0, apparently. Yeah. But their big one would obviously have been Smodix's 1. Right, in the Premier League, it's Fulham 0, Palace 0, Man United 0, Burnley 0, Newcastle 1, Sheffield United 1, and Wolves 1, Luton 0. I'm going to run to the toilet, George. I'll leave you in charge. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, in capable hands.
Yeah, we are.
Get another orange, please.
Juice, yeah? Yeah. Drop a like, subscribe. Keep your comments coming. We'll be back for a pretty bonkers second half in just a second. We've got to win, George, haven't we? We've got to win.
We're going to win.
Are we going to do it?
I reckon 4-0.
4-0?
Yeah.
I'm going to get you a squash as well. Yes. I'll let you take the hot seat if you want it.
Yeah. Fire away some questions for me, guys. Don't leave me here sitting in silence. What's your Ipswich Hull prediction? I'm going to say Ipswich to win 1-0. Hi from Kwinana, Western Australia. Sky Blues might not make it this year, but going to be an interesting next year. What a great year our mighty Sky Blues have had. Yeah, I agree. I think Coventry will have a very good season next year. I think our league position is not really reflective on sort of how well we have done. I think look at our first sort of 15, 16 games. We took a while to get started. Obviously, we've had a massive changeover in players. We brought in like 10, 11, 12 players. So it took a while for us to get started. Imagine if we didn't have that bad start, we'd be knocking on the doors of automatics, which I think we will do next season. Where does Coventry need to improve over the summer? I don't think we need to improve, in a massive way. I think probably 2 to 3 decent players, just to kind of give our current players some competition. Let's not forget that we'll have Sakamoto back, and we'll have our current players back that are injured, and we'll also have the lad from Peterborough as well, which we've already signed. So I think we are going to have a very strong team next year. How we can improve, like I said, I don't know. I think we're decent for strikers. People can argue we need a keeper, but I don't see that's going to happen. I'm relatively happy with the setup, and I think Collins will get better, and I think all our current players will get better. We have a very decent aged squad at Coventry. They're all relatively young. I think there is some dead wood that we need to get rid of, but yeah, I don't think we're going to see a massive turnover in players like we did at the start of this season. Need a keeper. I just want Swansea to lose, to be honest. I don't want Swansea to lose. Who do you think will be relegated from the Championship? I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. I do think, I know Birmingham City fans probably aren't going to want to hear this, but I do think for Birmingham to get relegated, it will be better for them long term. I think if they do get relegated, they can then have a taste at some success in League One. They might not come straight back up, but you'd think they would have a decent squad for League One, and they'd be sort of knocking on the doors of the playoffs. So, kind of how Coventry, how they sort of, went down to League Two. We tasted some success, and then we've sort of been on a upwards trajectory ever since. Do you think Sims and Wright stay next season? Yeah, of course. They're on 4-year contracts. We're not going to be getting rid of them. Godden will go. Yeah, probably agree with that. Coventry score, then Blackburn go into relegation. Yeah. Excuse me. Who do you think will get in the playoffs? And if Coventry do, who do you think Sky Blues replace? I think realistically the playoffs will just stay as they are. I think top 6 is probably done. Do you think Leeds get promoted? I hope they do, because I don't want them to be in the Championship next season. But they just keep bottling it, don't they? I mean, imagine if Leeds didn't win the playoffs. I think automatics are. Well, I think Ipswich have to take their place now, but I think if Leeds were to bottle the playoffs, then that would just be a massive, it'd be a terrible season for them, wouldn't it?
You ready for Wembley all over again?
Yeah.
Just need a temp. Not you got to swing. So I'll let you jump out. All right. Second half coming up next, guys. Get your comments in. Get your full-time predictions in. Are you sticking with your original predictions? How is this one going to finish? It's 1 minute to 4, and the second half gets underway very soon. Coventry City, as things stand, will keep their season alive with a win, but by the thinnest of threads. Let's see. Blackburn need the result as well. Actually, if we go back to the Championship table, George, let's just work out what would actually happen to Blackburn if they lost.
They go in relegation.
I think they'd go level, but have they got a better goal difference? Let's move it along. Shimmy, shimmy. So, Blackburn 1 point above. What's their goal difference? Let's work that out. Minus 28, isn't it? no, minus 18. Sorry, they'd be above by about 5 goal difference. So going away to Leicester on the final day, they just need to make sure they don't lose. Maybe a draw just keeps them up, but a win would be massive. That's their ultimatum right now. Do they think a win would be huge? But if we lose this, oh my God, the pressure's on us to, go to Leicester on the final day.
Yeah, I think don't lose it for Blackburn.
Oh, goodness me. Matt, imagine an East Anglian derby at Carrow Road in the Prem to survive on the final day. Oh, no. Can you imagine? Ipswich would be in trouble, wouldn't they? Because they never win it. Right, the players are coming back out. Right, full-time predictions. Everyone, get your predictions in. How's this going to finish? Feel free to predict any other games if you're interested in any other outcomes. Like I say, we're closing in on 200 likes. 5 likes to go. 5 more likes. And if you've not already subscribed, we've got so much championship content coming. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. George, what was your original prediction?
4-1.
Full-time prediction now?
4-0.
To Blackburn.
Yeah.
No, to Cov, right. Wow. You're not still stuff. Come on, 4-0. No.
Yeah.
4-0?
Yeah.
Do you think they're just
We're going to come out flying this second half.
Do you actually think we will, in all seriousness?
Yeah, I do.
All right. I believe you. I
We've
hope
got
you're
nothing
right.
to lose now.
Yeah. So, I do wonder if Eustace and Robbins have had a little look at those other results. I mean, it's quite interesting, George. Both of us will be keeping an eye on Hillsborough and cheering a goal for either team there. We need a Wednesday win. They'll be hoping West Brom can get back into that, won't they?
Yeah.
Goodness me. Oof. Right, Kevin says 2-0 to Cov. Jack says 2-1 Cov. 0-0 says Tio. Cheesy Potato says 2 on Blackburn. 1-0 Cov says, I don't know. There you go. Right, let's do this. Let's restart the timer, guys. Thank you once again for your great support. We are getting back underway. And is there any changes, George? I don't think so.
Our hair's a bit slow coming onto the pitch, I think, there.
So, let's just see how it plays out.
I don't even think we've got any changes we can make realistically.
You don't think so, no?
Not that it could positively impact the game. Been godded on.
You're joking. It's kind of like his season ended in January or something, isn't it?
He probably has played his last game for us, hasn't he?
Really sort of dried up massively. Right, we're back underway. A lot of the other games are a minute behind us. In fact, we're the first game back underway, so it could be that this one finishes, then we wait for another one to finish to see if one of our seasons is in jeopardy or what. Was that 2-1 Norwich, was it?
Yeah, 2-2.
Can you imagine? 4-2 to Swansea. So, 0-0. 46 on the clock now. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
The thing is, though, there is actually a pretty big chance that Norwich lose to Birmingham, isn't there?
Yes.
Going away to Birmingham.
But they need to lose. I mean, the thing is, if we'd have drawn the whole game, we'd have been all right with Norwich drawing today.
Yeah.
But because we went and lost it, we're asking for a lot, aren't we? We're asking for so much.
I do think it's better for us, though.
No, George, we need to keep our season going.
We need to get the playoffs every season.
Blackburn get a corner here, do they? No, well kept out actually by Van Evak. Goes for a Blackburn throw-in. Coventry need to get themselves at the pitch, George. I mean,
Van Eerwig.
Obviously, it's result over performance today. And if we're being honest, it's not been Coventry's best performance. So let's just hope we do get the result, eh? 0-0, it remains at Ewood Park. Let's check in elsewhere. Any goals? Most of the games are only just getting back underway.
Attack momentum.
Yeah, well, that's just... Well, yeah. But the only thing we seem to be on top of is the possession. But what does that really matter? Who knows? Still 0-0. The most important one is goals, and it's 0-0. So they're only just got back underway at Hillsborough, and they're still yet to get back underway at Carrow Road.
Norwich bit all over them,
Yeah, well, Swansea did seem to have the better start, didn't they? What about at Hillsborough? Both have had a good spell in that game. So there you go. Goodness me. Are you quite relaxed about things?
Yeah, I'm already ready for next season.
Oh, George, you're right, little pessimist, aren't you? So even if we do win today, and we still have that chance, do you go into the Ipswich game like I'm not bothered? So.
Yeah.
Really? Well, there you go. How many of you guys that are Coventry fans are actually thinking, like, you know, I'm still believing, I'm still dreaming, or are most of you sort of just thinking, it is over? Chance here for Blackburn. I mean, if they do score, that will feel like
if we
it is
beat
over.
Hull, it was fully on.
Yeah. Shot from Smodics again. He's at the heart of everything, but it goes over the top. Goal kick to Coventry. 0-0 it remains at Ewood Park. And if I can remember correctly... George, what a start to the second half at Huddersfield. Huddersfield are level with Birmingham in the mother of all relegation battles. Huddersfield need a result, and they've pulled one back. That's massive.
Limbs.
Wow. Huddersfield Town are not going down without a fight. I mean, it still looks very difficult, even if Huddersfield win today, because they've got Ipswich away on the final day. Imagine if they won today and won that game. That'd be like one of the greatest escapes, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Should have been a goal.
Blackburn come close again. Coventry need to wake up. I don't know how we can keep letting this happen. Blackburn with another big chance. It's headed wide by Gallagher. For me, it's a Blackburn goal and it's all over.
Sometimes we do need to concede to wake up, though, don't we?
But I was saying when you went to the toilet, like, what, like, yes, you're right, but why does it have to be the case? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We make life so difficult for ourselves.
I think sometimes, though, it can be easier to play when you're like, it's like against Man United when we played much better when we was 3-0 down.
Yeah, we did, yeah. Maybe they were relaxed and maybe we just had nothing else to do but to go for it, yeah. Another goal in South Wales, Cardiff 0, Middlesbrough 2 in one of the games of beach ball today. We call it that because it's on the beach. Not a lot to play for.
Where's Eustace? Eustace is having a fight with Palmer. The Blackburn manager.
Don't do anything silly. I think they're trying to get to him.
Yeah.
Just don't raise your hand, Casey. He's probably the Cov player that would get drawn into that sort of stuff.
Casey Palmer was just having a fight with the Blackburn manager.
Oh, and Adi Vivash steps in with an RKO. Can you imagine? Come here, Eustace.
It's a yellow card.
Palmer, yeah, he's going to get a yellow, but I'm glad it's just that because all it takes is for him to just push someone in the face and he's off. But a red for Eustace. A red for Eustace. Yeah. So he did start it, but he must have done something quite bad. John Eustace gets a red. Does that change things much?
I think it's because it's interfering with the field of play, isn't it? That's probably what it is.
I don't know what provoked it. 2-0 Sheffield Wednesday. 2-0 Sheffield Wednesday, George. Oh,
we're going to Wembley.
We're going. Oh, 2-0 Wednesday.
Yeah, look. And then they've only got 11 men now.
I wonder though, does that affect Blackburn psychologically at all? I don't know. Okay, so John Eustace has been sent off. He's the manager. Obviously, they've still got 11 players on the pitch. Casey Palmer got a yellow. There was a bit of a scuffle. I don't know what started it. I must say though, if we are to keep things alive, we need to catch up with West Brom. They're losing 2-0, George. We said about the goal difference.
Yeah, but they still need to lose against Preston.
That's whatever. Let's just keep it alive.
So West Brom can win 5-0 on the final day.
They could. Well, they just have to draw on the final day to get over the line, wouldn't they? To avoid us.
But no, they just need to not lose 5-0.
It depends on what the goal difference looks like.
Yeah.
Coventry need to get the win today. Still 0-0
on Tuesday.
Yeah, and then on Tuesday.
On the final day.
Yeah, just a few wins.
Yeah.
Maybe though, a goal for Wolves. Disaster for Luton. Wolves 2, Luton 0. Wow, it's all going on, guys. Wolves 2, Luton 0.
You just know that Blackburn are going to score now, don't you?
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. We've got a chance. It all hangs by a Coventry goal.
Imagine if West Brom didn't make the playoffs. That would have to be the biggest bottle jobs in history, mustn't it?
Yeah.
That's even bigger than like Blackburn and Millwall last season.
Yeah.
I swear they've been on set like 70 points for like the past 3 months.
Someone's just said, as a West Brom fan, seeing my team possibly falling apart at the end of the season, terrible.
It's not good when you're going into the playoffs, like
Yeah.
losing every week.
Well, right now it looks unlikely Coventry would catch them. First things first, we need to win this game. But we must say, Hull City will be sat there licking their lips now.
Yeah.
The Tigers will be fancying themselves.
Not good for Ipswich.
Wow, this is quite something. I mean, we're all talking about West Brom, but well done Wednesday. I mean, this is the greatest Championship escape ever. They were so gone in February, weren't they?
Yeah.
Wow, guys, the penultimate game week of the season, and Coventry need to win this. It's still level. If we're being honest, George, Blackburn have been the better team. Coventry need to get forward. Here's Casey Palmer. His shot's blocked, and that'll swing out for a Coventry corner. Ooh, okay. The chances have been so few and far between for Coventry that, let's see, we've got a corner here. Corner ball to Coventry. We'll bring you all the goals as they go in. Luton Town 2-0 down in the Premier League, as we said, and a goal at Craven Cottage. Fulham 1, Palace 0. Fulham 1, Palace 0. Corner for the Sky Blues. Swung in by Van Evak. Oh, it's very deep. Kitchen heads it back across. Oh, it's not completely dealt with. Casey Palmer. Oh, he was lining up an overhead kick there. And Blackburn clear their lines. Sorry, I think it was De Silva who took the corner, by the way. It's gone back to him now, and now it's Kelly. Kelly feeds it to Hadji Wright. Really sort of fires it at him. And Wright wins a throw-in for Coventry. Oh, it's a nervy day in the Championship. So much going on. Huddersfield 1, Birmingham 1 is one we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on. I mean, Huddersfield have got to go for the win, and the attack momentum suggests that they are. Oh my God, both teams are in so much trouble.
Got nothing to lose.
They've both got to win. Birmingham are really in the poo if they lose, so they need to win as well. The draw's not great for them. It'll send Huddersfield down as things stand with the other results. Here come Blackburn. Chance for Blackburn. They've hit was that the back post, was it? The stanchion, maybe.
Yeah. Does a draw make Norwich safe today?
A draw won't, no. It virtually will, I guess. A win still won't mathematically before Hull play, but the goal difference will be so much in their favour that a win and they're there. A win and they're there. They'll be safe from us with a draw, is what I should say as well. We were 15 points from safety at 1 point, says Kevin. We talk about Sheffield Wednesday. It's incredible. Honestly, incredible. And they might actually... They won't be safe before the final day, but they'll be in a very good position, especially Sunderland away.
Right.
And they just need a draw as things stand to be mathematically safe. They'll be praying that Birmingham and Huddersfield remains 1-1. This is a crazy day of action in the Championship. Still goalless in this one. Probably one of the more boring games, but still quite interesting because there's a lot riding on it. Gladiator, you absolute legend, just subscribed. Keep your support coming, guys. 220 people in here. Drop a like and subscribe. Blackburn free kick, George. Does it have the feel of a 1-goal wins it kind of game?
No, 4-0.
4 goals win it.
Yeah.
Now, do you not think if Blackburn score, Coventry don't win? Or
I think if Blackburn score, then we'll lighten up a bit. I think we'll then go and nick it.
I don't know why we can't just motivate ourselves from being 0-0. Why do we have to go behind every time?
Yeah.
Let's see. We're not behind just yet.
Fads wants this.
Let's have a look. Gladiator says, what a win from us last night. Completely outclassed Leeds. Yeah, well done, QPR. Blackburn free kick cleared away by Casey Palmer here.
That was an Eccles free kick, that was.
3-0 to Middlesbrough against Cardiff. Wow. Strange things happen when teams haven't got a lot to play for, but well done Middlesbrough having a party there in South Wales. And Sheffield United will be relegated today as things stand. 2-1 to Newcastle, George. Guimaraes with the goal. And Sheffield United, who already were hanging by a thread, hanging by nothing now as things stand. They've got to get at least a draw, preferably a win. But that's just to delay the inevitable.
They're hanging by a skyhook now.
Yeah, they're hanging by thin air. Sheffield Wednesday 2-0 up against Baggies. Yes, and I mean, Coventry can just keep things alive with a win. Wednesday keeping their end of the bargain. I mean, the thing is, we'll both be helping each other out because if we score, Wednesday will be happy with us beating Blackburn.
Maybe we've came to an agreement.
That's it. Let's hope we keep up our end of the bargain. Liam Kelly smacks the ball away and Coventry City have it here with Ellis Simsy, Kelly. Kelly whacks it up the line and oh wow, sliced. An absolute slice of quiche there from Britain.
The longer the game goes on, you'd fancy us, wouldn't you? You'd think so.
I think so, yeah. Is that them getting an update on the other scores or something, do you reckon? Well, no, maybe that's John Eustace on the other line.
Maybe it's on his phone to his wife or something. Yeah, I'll have pie and mash for dinner.
Sorry, that was the Blackburn, I think, assistant manager there on the phone.
To his wife.
To his wife, yeah. He's FaceTiming her. How are the kids doing, love? Tell them I'll be home at 6.
Yeah.
No, I think he has to be talking to John Eustace. To be fair, even since John Eustace has been sent off, Blackburn have kept up their decent levels. Here come Coventry, though. Just get a goal, please. Please, boys, I beg. Here comes Haji Wright.
It's Haji Wright.
Oh, comes to Kelly. Kelly. Oh, he's in the post! Oh, Liam Kelly hits the post.
Kelly loves scoring against Blackburn as well.
Oh, Liam Kelly. Oh, what a moment that could have been.
Yeah, literally, because this might be his last game.
Well, that has surely got to encourage everyone that it's there to be won. Liam Kelly hits the woodwork. It was Haji Wright who took the shot. It deflected and fell to Kelly. Tight angle. Oh, and he's at the inside of the post. How did it hit the inside? Curl past the other one, but go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, this should be posted in, shouldn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I remember Blackburn away a few years ago. He took a shot on it, came off the post, hit their keeper in the bum, and then rolled in. Didn't quite happen on that occasion.
Went to that game, didn't you?
That was when we came back from 2-0 down. And look at this, George. 2-2 at Carrow Road. Swansea are giving it a go.
You know what? Playoffs are on.
Oh! If Swansea get another and Coventry can score, we've got 2 teams to aim at going into the final week, George.
So at least one. Well, I think it's more likely Birmingham beat Norwich.
Yeah. Wow. Fair play, Swansea, with nothing to play for. They are making Norwich sweat. Bristol City 2-0 up against Rotherham as well, we must mention. Oh, God, George. Coventry need a goal. Oh, God. Blackburn need a goal. Oh, it's quite tense now, isn't it? It's quite tense.
The pressure's not on us, though, really, is it?
No, I mean, yeah, playoffs are like, what did we say, 100-1?
You'd rather be in our position than Blackburn?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to be hoping to avoid the drop, no. And it's quite the fall from grace if you look at it. This time last year, Blackburn were in the playoffs with us and then they just fell out, didn't they? And we played them around a similar time last year, about 2-3 games to go. And that was obviously when you went and Ben Wilson scored in the last minute.
Yeah.
We always tend to draw when we go to Blackburn, but a draw won't be good enough this time for us. There's half an hour to go. It's still 0-0. And how about this one, George? Middlesbrough 4-0 up against Cardiff. Wow. What is going on there? What is going on? Coventry City bring it away with Van Evak. Gives it to Ellis Sims. Sims gives it to Eccles. Coventry may be growing in confidence after hitting the post 2 minutes ago. Here's Van Evak. Callum O'Hare now. Back to Van Evak.
Have 0 subs, don't we?
No, that's true. But you notice how he's not brought on any kids. He must be thinking, like, come on, we can win this. Like, oh, here's Kelly. Kelly gives it to Kitchen, who picks out Wright. Now Kelly. Come on. Here's O'Hare. Oh, he's got to be... No, he loses it to McFadzean.
He's too weak, isn't he, O'Hare?
McFadzean brings it forwards.
Oh,
no.
Oh, that's a red card. That may be a red card.
Free kick to Blackburn. This could be trouble for Liam Kitchen.
I think he would have got across there.
It's a red. Coventry City are down to 10.
Oh, that's it.
And Liam Kitchen gets his second red of the season.
I think that is a bit harsh.
Oh, no.
McFadzean's ran across him and said that's a red card. But I
it's
think...
not a penalty, by the way. It's a free kick. Let's have a look at this, George.
I think Thomas would have got there.
There was a covering defender level.
Yeah, look, Thomas is definitely getting there, ain't he?
How much contact is there? Is that enough to bring him down?
He just dragged him down.
Oh,
well, that's very...
He kind of does this.
He literally just touched him. That is, if that goes to VAR, that's probably a dive.
Yeah. There is contact,
And
but
it's not a red card, is it?
oh dear, Coventry with 10 men. And remember, we need to win. Oh no.
Let's be honest. What was it? Who was it got fouled in the penalty box? And you said, "Oh, it wasn't a foul early in the game." Was it O'Hare?
Right, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's right. That there was more contact on right than there was on that,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
Blackburn are making a change here. So what do we say, George? Because we've got 10 men. Oh, Yassin Ayari.
Yeah. So Yassin Ayari derby, isn't it?
It's the Ayari derby. Oh, I dropped my camera charger. So Coventry are down to 10.
I took that off because it was charged.
No, I appreciate that. Blackburn free kick here. It's not really shooting territory. It's more crossing. But the thing is, George, we've still got to try and win.
Yeah, like we literally have to win.
Goodness me. So it's no good thinking, dig in for the 0-0. Maybe in the middle of the season you would think that, like, oh, let's just
if we were 1-0 up or something.
Exactly, but... oh, no. That was a harsh red, says Kevin.
Is that going to make us wake up, though?
Was.
Yeah, that was never a red card, by the way. It wasn't even last man. Thomas would have got there.
Blackburn free kick.
He barely touched him.
That's a foul. Thank you, ref. If you're going to be giving soft ones like that for a red, you've got to give that. Climbed all over Sims there.
That's definitely the softest red card you've ever seen, isn't it?
It's harsh. It really is harsh. The other thing is, no Kitchen for 2 games now.
Yeah.
I mean, he already got sent off for literally the same thing last man against Norwich. Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Coventry are going to bring on Joel Latibodia to shore things up at the back. But remember, we've still got to try and win this game, even though we're down to 10.
Is that why you want VAR?
So I'm all for VAR if they can get things right. But they get so many things wrong. But then without VAR, you can get a lot of things wrong as well. So, there doesn't seem to be that happy medium.
Yeah.
We all want a working VAR. We don't want a not working one or no VAR. I mean, I suppose you could say with no VAR, you don't have to wait to celebrate. But I think VAR, when it works, is good for the game.
What do you reckon that would have been? Just a yellow?
I can't be sure, actually. I can't be too sure. Because from Blackburn's perspective, they'll be like, look, he's put his hands on him. You can't do that. But, I don't know. I don't know where they draw the line with that sort of thing. Thank you. Donation there. Absolute legend. He's a Spurs fan. He says, I love your predictions, Matt. Cheers, buddy. I really appreciate that. And good luck tomorrow in the North London derby. That will be tasty. Arsenal away at Spurs tomorrow. Legend, thank you. Sheffield United are coming down to the Championship as things stand. It's 3-1 to Newcastle now. I think it's, is it Isak again? I think it is. 3-1 Newcastle. Right. Back to this game. 24 minutes to go and Blackburn need to win to get themselves looking a bit more safe. Coventry, with a win, will keep alive their thin playoff hopes. A draw, definitely not good enough for Cov. It's maybe okay for Blackburn, but they'll fancy themselves against 10 men now. There's been a goal at Vicarage Road. It's a game of beach ball, remember. Watford and Sunderland don't have anything to play for, but Watford lead 1-0. Oh, dear. Goal kick to Coventry. I feel like we're getting whooped tomorrow. This is 7. Well, good luck, mate. I think I predicted a draw. I think I went 2-2, actually. So, there you go. I've doomed you. We'll see. Man United 0, Burnley 0 still at the moment, we must say. It's quite an interesting one. Goodness me. So, I mean, really, the other results are going fairly nice for Coventry. With West Brom losing, Norwich are not winning. A draw will still take them past Coventry, but we need to make sure we win. Our season hangs on a final. Oh, shot from Smodics. Oh, it just goes wide. It just goes wide. Blackburn have definitely had the better chances today. They keep getting close and it keeps not going in for them. Goal kick to Coventry. 22 minutes to go. Oh, well, as I keep saying, if this was a game in the middle of the season, Coventry might think, let's play defensive, let's get the 0-0 draw, but we have to win. So even with 10 men, we're going to have to venture forwards. There's surely a winner in this game. Both teams are going for it. Blackburn look more likely to score, but Coventry have got to go for it anyway. That's not a foul. Thank you, ref. De Silva gives it to Callum O'Hare, and Coventry just keep possession on the halfway line. Oh, come on, Cov. De Silva feeds it to Liam Kelly. Oh, Kelly gives it away. It's 3-on-3 here for Blackburn. Oh, no, it's Dolan. Oh, he's in the post. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, Dolan hits the post. Oh, goodness me. And the Blackburn fans are, the Blackburn fans are like, come on. Coventry nearly had our season completely finished there. Liam Kelly has played a couple of loose balls today, which has nearly cost us. Thankfully for now, we've still got a chance. Here come Blackburn. Oh, it's a tame effort and Collins saves it, but it feels like there's been about 30 shots for Blackburn and about 3 for Coventry. Oh, goodness me. Coventry, wake up, lads. Guys, if you're enjoying, please make sure to drop a like. It's free to do. How close are we to 300 likes? We're probably on about 210. 214. One big push and we can hit 300 likes today. It's free to do. Click that thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed as well. We're closing in on 63,000. It takes 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button. And you are a legend if you are already subscribed. Coventry have a throw-in inside their own half. Oh, jeez. They just hit the post, George.
That's right.
Blackburn got away with it. Newcastle 4-1 up against Sheffield United. Sheffield United's season is over now. Oh, that's it. So Sheffield United are coming down. Blackburn Coventry still 0-0. Blackburn fancying it even more now with the man disadvantage. Man advantage.
I mean, if you look at the stats, you say Blackburn have battered us, wouldn't they?
Well, I think they have though.
I think they have been the better team.
Yeah, they have.
But they haven't. There's not been much quality, has there?
Oh God! Here's Dolan. That's not a foul. Well done. Coventry. The thing is, we've got to try and find a winner, but we just haven't looked like scoring for a long time. We hit the post with Kelly, and that's about it. Oh, does Robbins now just think we've got to go for the win? We might as well lose it trying.
Yeah, I mean a draw is pointless, isn't it?
Doesn't do us any favours, no.
But you say go for the win, like what are we going to do?
Wow, George, Wednesday 3-0 against West Brom. Their goal difference is coming down big time. Wednesday 3, West Brom 0. You talk about the goal difference, George.
They're in the mud now, aren't they, West Brom?
West Brom are all over the place. Wednesday 3-0. They're keeping their end of the bargain.
The only thing is, though, Hull won't be able to catch them, will they?
Not on their goal difference, but we could with ours. Hull can do.
We're still like not doing our job.
No, we have to win. We have to win. I just maybe it's too early to gamble, but when we get into the final 10 minutes, you start shoving bodies forwards. There's 18, 19 minutes to go. Maybe a goal for Coventry now would be too soon. Maybe we should just wait until the last 5 minutes, and then Blackburn don't have much time to reply.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Goal kick to Coventry. What a contrasting afternoon for the two Sheffield clubs, though. Wednesday, surely on their way to survival. Sheffield United on their way to relegation. Blackburn fans, is there any of you watching the stream? What's your thoughts?
Matty Godden's coming on.
Here we go. Coventry are bringing on the cavalry. Matty Godden.
Is bringing Sims off? No, surely not.
Matty Godden and Jamie Allen on.
It's bringing Sims off.
Why?
That is not screaming we're going for the win.
Who's coming off for Allen?
I don't know. Maybe Kitchen. Maybe just.
So, Coventry fans applaud as we make a substitution.
That's very strange. It's got to be tired or something, hasn't he, Sims?
Oh, goodness me. Thank you to Ray, you absolute legend. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed. It's really appreciated. Goodness me. Coventry can just keep their season alive with a goal. Just keep it alive. We're not even talking about climbing into the top 6 and having it in our hands. It's just delaying the inevitable. But, God, Blackburn cannot afford to lose. It's a mental matchup here. It's going to be a grandstand finish, guys. 17 minutes to go.
I don't know how Godden's getting minutes here.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Is he saving Sims for next week? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, at the start of the day, the goal difference was what, 9 or 10? Between us and West Brom.
Probably.
It's closed a bit with Wednesday's win.
We just need to win 4-0 now, don't we?
Well, if we win this...
But then they've still got to go to Preston and lose.
1-0 last minute for Preston. Coventry beat QPR. I mean, remember, we're playing QPR on the final day. They're safe now. 3-0 win against them. Win there. West Brom fan says it's painful to watch their game. Goodness me. Yeah, it looks
West Brom should still be safe, there, shouldn't they? Realistically.
Hull fans will be fancying themselves, won't they? Let's have a little look at the standings, guys. As Blackburn have possession on the halfway line, it's really frustrating from a Cov perspective here because we're not having enough chances to look like winning it here. Oh, here's Smodix.
You had so much time then.
So in the playoff race, George, let's have a look. Hull City game in hand on West Brom, 3 points behind, but yeah, West Brom better goal difference. But Hull will, and Norwich are drawing as well. So Hull with a result today can take it to the final day with a good chance, whereas us, our chance would still be thin. But let's just try and win it anyway.
Hull got again?
Plymouth.
Oh yeah, so they have got a good chance.
Oh, and down at the bottom, it's crazy as well. Blackburn could be plunged into real trouble with a defeat. They've got a corner here. It's an in-swinger. An out-swinger. Oh, that's a bit nasty on Collins there. He gathers it. And I wonder if he knows that Coventry need to just go for the win. You know, there's no point delaying this.
Imagine Swansea score now. Imagine if Swansea did score now and we just lose.
Well, I think I'd feel more frustrated if it finishes 0-0. Because I'd be like, well, why didn't we gamble? Just don't lose it like this. Don't lose it like this. Don't lose it like that.
Like this.
This is where just move it forwards. Even if we have to turn into a long ball team here.
We have gave a lot of goals away lately, haven't we? By just passing the ball around at the back.
Here's Hadji Wright as Coventry come forwards. Hadji Wright.
So we have no target man.
There's an appeal for a penalty. He's not going to win that, but he wins a corner. Hits Fads in the shoulder. Corner to Coventry. Do we send whatever centre backs we've got left up? Send Fads up.
Well, I mean, we haven't. Yeah. Come on, Fads, pull it header. Let's watch this. That hit him there.
It hits him on the last bit of the sleeve, doesn't it?
But is that not handball then?
Maybe in the Prem it would be, yeah.
But you say in the Prem?
Well, I don't know. Like it's a different sport.
Yeah. In the Premiership football.
You rarely see them given in the champ because the ref just doesn't see it.
Yeah.
Corner for Coventry. 14 minutes of the season to go, potentially. We've got to win it. We've got to win it.
Set pieces.
Send Ben Wilson up.
Yeah.
De Silva stands over the corner. Get this delivery right. Hits.
We've got no Dave. We've got no Sims to aim at.
Silva. That's not a bad ball. Right. Oh, he heads it the wrong way. Yeah. Goal kick to Blackburn.
Right, hit it wrong.
Goal kick to Blackburn. Right, let's have a little look. Newcastle 5-1. Goodness me. Newcastle 5-1. So Fulham 1-0 up. Goalless at Old Trafford. 5-1 Newcastle. Wolves 2-0 in the Championship.
Oh, this is dangerous.
This is the state of play. Still 1-1 between Huddersfield and Birmingham. No. Here come Blackburn now. It's a frantic finish. There's nearly 300 people in here. Thank you for your support. Keep your comments coming. Make sure you're dropping a like. Once again, we're going for 300 now. Here come Blackburn. Dolan. He scoops it. Oh no, what are you doing, Van Evat?
That is a difficult one because the bounce.
I'd just knock it out for a corner if you have to. You just don't let the chance still be there. If you have to get it out for a corner, then you can reset.
What did you think of Iari?
Well, he didn't really do anything for Coventry, did he?
No, I didn't think he was good. He seemed quite lazy, I thought.
I thought that, yeah.
As a 20-year-old, he thought
he is. He's going to score a top corner or something. Wouldn't that be typical?
Be a Mark Goldbridge moment, that would.
Oh, good hands, Collins. Right, 13 minutes, Collins. You've got to release it. The thing is, there's no urgency from the lads. I wonder if they just... Oh, what's going on now?
Oh yeah, I thought there was something on the pitch.
Could be a red card for whoever kicked that off him.
Yeah.
Let Bogler's boots come off. Right. Goodness me. Tension around a lot of the grounds right now. Oh, I can't believe how close it is. I mean, even though it looks like Coventry won't be catching Norwich, I did say to you, they've got a couple of points to be dropped in them. That'll be 2 draws in a row at home, which isn't like them, as things stand.
They probably still win this game, though, don't
they? What, against Swansea?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they look at how things are now and think maybe draw's not too bad. But then they go to Birmingham on the final day, who are going to have to win. The thought of Birmingham being relegated from the Championship still seems a bit lost on me. I can't see it.
Makes you feel a bit sick.
Oh, mate, feel for our brothers in Birmingham.
Yeah.
No, but I just, you don't associate them with being relegated, do you?
What's that? What's that, brother?
Here come Blackburn.
That's probably what all the Birmingham fans are thinking about League One.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, excuse me. Here come Blackburn.
Bring Simon Moore on for the last minute.
Oh no!
Here's a goal. Goal.
Oh, it was a Yari.
How's he not scored that?
It was a Yari.
No, it was Schmodix.
Was it?
Yeah. How's he not scored that though? Schmodix must have many chances. Yeah. He must have so many chances. No, there is. Oh no, it was.
It was a Yari.
Yeah, yeah.
The camera decided to pan in on Smodix afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh,
how has he not scored that though? Like that. That's one of them where it's like it's probably easier to score because he's curling in. It should be.
Wow. So 0-0 it remains. Coventry already tired after.
Tell you what, in these last 10 minutes, we're going to see a lot of goals going in the Championship. A lot of games are going to be turned on there.
Whatever happens in the next 10 minutes will set the tone for the final day. It's a big 10 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. Sounds like Rovers are all over us, says Ash. Yeah, and like a rash, Ash.
Rovers returns.
I mean, I'd like to make the excuse that Coventry are down to 10, but I think they were a lot better than us before then as well, to be honest. I mean, if we're going to give Cov credit to have hung on in at 0-0, we've done all right, but we need the win, Earlier in the season, as I say, 0-0 wouldn't have seemed too bad, given this context.
It just seems weird how we had Sims off.
Yeah, I don't
Godden just doesn't offer it. Like, he's literally playing his last games for the club, probably, and he just doesn't look that bothered, does he?
Blackburn Rovers, 10 minutes to go. Coventry will have nothing to play for if we don't find a winner. Just want a goal, George. Just want a goal. Any updates in the Premier League? Luton have pulled one back against Wolves. And Man United 1, Burnley 0. Anthony, don't like him.
It'd be more frustrating if Swansea score now and we don't win this.
Yeah, it'd be really annoying because it'll feel like the other teams kept messing up, but we just decided to mess up more.
Yeah.
So Luton pulled one back. Man United 1-0 up. Still not enough signs here, George, that we're absolutely going for it.
You have to say whoever scores.
Oh, that's a free kick, surely.
You have to say whoever scores first in this probably wins, don't they?
They're not a free kick.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's going to VAR.
So Coventry with a free kick down the right-hand side.
Fadge is pulling them up.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Jonathan Rowe is on the pitch, says Cheesy Potato. Will Norwich get a winner? I mean, we'd need Swansea to get a winner, but the main thing is we need to score.
Oh, he didn't give a free kick.
It's a goal kick to Blackburn. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, George, that's a disaster. Millwall 1, Plymouth 0. Oh, my gosh,
Not
Plymouth.
A disaster for me.
Not for us, no, but no, sorry for Plymouth. I mean, come on, wow. Oh, no, with 7 minutes to go in that one. Plymouth are in real trouble.
I can see Blackburn scoring here. And
Blackburn can move themselves pretty much safe with a win today, with the other results as they are.
This is their best chance, isn't it, Blackburn? They're playing against 10 men. It's 0-0 with 10 minutes to go. This is their best chance of staying up.
Yeah. They've got Leicester away on the final day. But Coventry, we have to win. I mean, what? We're attacking towards the 4,000 Coventry fans there.
We just look like we've got no energy.
We
I think
need-
that's why he's brought Alan on, to give us a bit of energy. But
Yes.
Alan don't really get near the ball.
Ref!
And we've took off Sims. So it just doesn't look like we're going to score.
Don't
you think he looks a bit like...
The minutes are ticking away of our season. 7 minutes for 10-man Coventry to produce a win.
Don't you think the ref looks a bit like John Cena? Right, he's John Cena with hair.
But I can't see him.
That's why he's wearing high vis.
You can see me.
Yeah.
Coventry throwing down the right-hand side. I'm not a manager, I know, but I'd just start chucking bodies forwards. Kelly. Oh, he always hammers it at players, doesn't he? Kelly passes it like he's 30 yards away from them.
The only thing is we've got no kitchen sink to throw, have we?
Pressure, lads. No. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like this. It's still 0-0.
To be honest, a draw won't be a bad result for Blackburn, will they? Will it?
Well, they're pushing for a winner. Oh, and Collins gathers it as they crossed it in. No, I mean, let's have a look at the table again. Should they be all right with a draw? 3 points clear. Goal difference.
It's got to be.
They're not mathematically safe, but they're nearly there. They need a lot to go against them to go down on the final day.
They're probably going to get a draw at Leicester because Leicester have already pretty much done.
Yeah. We're heading into the final 5 minutes of our season as things stand.
For Blackburn to get relegated... Oh, he's bringing on the young lad. For Blackburn to get relegated, things would have to go very, very, very wrong on the last day.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Cov. Here we go. Callum O'Hare.
Why is he trying to do too much there? He's in the middle of the park. He's in our half.
He's in the middle of the Ewood Park.
Yeah.
No changes in the Premier League, in the Championship.
Oh, we're bringing Jake Bidwell on. Why is it like our substitutions are like all over the place today? We brought Sims off and Goddard on. We're bringing Bidwell on with 5 minutes to go.
Callum O'Hare going off.
That we're holding out for the draw, isn't it though?
The draw doesn't do anything.
I know.
I might as well just lose trying to win, as I keep saying.
I think it's probably just giving Bidwell a...
So how do you pronounce that name?
What's his name?
Dausch. As
yeah, something like that.
Dutch.
Dausch.
Oh, how do you write Scarf? We've got like our B team on the pitch now.
Yeah, he's definitely gave up, ain't he?
That's a bit of a shame though, isn't it? Like, come on. We'll fight till the game is won, no?
Why didn't he scores the winner?
That'd be something, wouldn't it? So, double change there as Bidwell and Dausch. Is that how you say it? Come on for O'Hare and Hadji Wright.
Unless Robbins knows something we don't.
Here is De Silva. Oh, he's done well. Gordon, you've got to be a bit quicker.
Gordon, quicker.
Yeah, tell me about it. So, yeah, it's the status quo. Coventry need a goal. Just one goal keeps our season alive now. West Brom are not coming back into that game at Hillsborough. But we've got 10 men. We've now got pretty much our B team on the pitch as Robbins has taken off most of our best players.
This is literally like our under-23s team, isn't it?
Blackburn long ball forwards. There we go. For them to... Oh, do they get a corner?
Yeah.
No, goal kick. I'll take that.
It should have been a corner.
No,
I think it is. Yeah.
No, what?
So he didn't give it, then because Smodix had a go, he gave it.
Yeah, he complains. He's like, I suppose it's a corner then. Oh, dear. 0-0.
Check draw.
No, like I keep saying, draw doesn't do anything. While we've still got a mathematical chance, we need to try and win. 3 minutes of our season to go.
We're a few minutes ahead of the Norwich game as well, aren't we?
Yeah, but we need to score. You know, at least do that bit first. Here's a chance for Blackburn. Shot from distance. Oh, it's Blackburn who look the more dangerous. And do you know what? I mean, it is...
Do you risk it now?
Yeah, but
Just leave
the
one.
thing is, we had that chance where Kelly hit the post, but that is literally it from us in this half.
Goal.
Ayari slashes it wide, and it remains 0-0. But Blackburn close again. Does it all feel set up for a last-minute goal for someone?
There's going to be a lot of changes in the next 5 minutes.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me, guys. Once again, just make sure you are hitting that like button. It is free to do. What are we on? 233? Hey, we could do better than that. There's 300 people watching. Drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. Once again, it's free to do. So much Championship content coming. So like, subscribe, get involved with everything.
Is there going to be a winner in this game?
I think there is. My gut's telling me it'd be Blackburn at the moment, but I'm happy to gamble, as I keep saying. Burnley have equalised at Man United 1-1. And Palace have equalised at Fulham 1-1. There you go. Everyone scored in the Prem today. Newcastle 5-1 up against Sheffield United. They are going down, Sheffield United.
Do you reckon Hamer stays then?
I think probably, yeah, because they'll look to bounce back, won't they? They might get a bit of interest from a bottom half Prem team, in which case
Palace.
they might make a move. Palace, possibly, yeah.
Everton.
Possibly, yeah. Here come Blackburn. I think Gus Hamer might be a bit too exciting for Sean Dyche, though. So, no, you just have to kick the ball away.
And eat bricks.
And eat bricks. Guess what meal they have them for? Breakfast. 0-0 as we head towards stoppage time. It'll be interesting to find out how much is added. I mean, it certainly has had the potential for there to be goals today. Blackburn certainly could have scored on so many occasions. Coventry had a big miss in the first half with Haji Wright, and we've hit the post in the second half. But here we go into stoppage time, and the question will be, how much is there going to be added on? What do you reckon?
It can't be much.
Coventry,
any injuries, have there?
Coventry City are into Blackburn's half. Oh, and free kick to Blackburn.
I reckon 4 minutes maybe.
You reckon?
Quite a tap momentum.
It's all Blackburn. It's all Blackburn. Goodness me.
We don't deserve to win this.
No, but we could. That's the thing. We could win it.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes of Coventry's season.
Oh, it's a chance. It's a chance. Oh, bid well.
I mean, it would erupt at Blackburn Rovers if they can get a goal. A draw probably does look to take them safe enough.
I think Robbins has given up with them changes, to be honest.
Here they come, Blackburn Rovers. It's really disappointing that, going to the Ipswich game with nothing to play for. I think they could turn us over quite badly. If we've got no kitchen and they've got so much more to play for than us, it might not be a very pretty one. So, is there going to be a late goal at Huddersfield or Millwall or Norwich maybe? Or here? We'll see. Enjoying your food, George, says Thomas.
Yeah.
You always are, aren't you? You're a happy boy with your food. What is it you got today? Popcorn?
Popcorn. I thought it was going to be a thriller today, so...
Oh, corner to Blackburn again. Thought it was going to be a thriller. Corner to Blackburn.
Turned out to be a horror.
Just more of an anticlimax, more of a disappointment. It's a horror if you lose 3 or 4-0. It's disappointing. Blackburn fans urging them to get forward to this corner. Coventry just seem to have given up attacking, which is a real shame because with a goal, our season's still alive. Clear the corner and score, lads. Come on. Blackburn corner to come in.
Who would you like to score?
Bidwell.
Kelly.
Into his own net. Well, Kelly has technically come the closest today, hasn't he? Hit the post. Blackburn corner then. Swung in. Oh my gosh, it was Fads and it was cleared away. And Coventry City need to clear their lines here as Blackburn look to get the ball back into the box.
We've been behind the ball, haven't we, the past
Ball lofted forwards. Chance here for Blackburn to shoot from distance, maybe. Oh, here we go.
Goal.
Oh, Collins holds on to it. And now Coventry have possession inside their own half. 2 minutes to go. Cardiff have pulled one back. Cardiff 1, Middlesbrough 4. No other changes in the Championship.
It's like we're holding out for a
0-0. We need to win though. I don't get it. I don't know why. I know it seems like so hard given the how much we've been playing football recently, but you just start chucking bodies forward now. Look at them walking up the pitch. We've got a throw in Blackburn's half. This feels like the best chance all game.
2 minutes left.
Oh God, Coventry throw in here. If we can score, our season is still technically alive.
Again.
Yeah, no, not at this point. Blackburn clear the ball away.
Yeah.
Here's Jamie Allen. Scoops it forwards. Give chase. Keep this alive. Dausch.
He's never getting
just lets it run. Just lets it run. You challenge.
Just foul him.
Just hit him. Is there going to be any late goals in the Championship? We've got all the games.
The good thing is this last minute, they're not going to time waste, are they? So there's likely to be a winner in this last minute because both teams are just going to go for it.
We're talking like a minute now. A minute or our season's over. Blackburn Rovers have possession on the halfway line. Coventry, just please get a goal. Keep our season going. Oh, right, we've won the ball back inside our own half.
And we've just hit it long to no one.
Chase that Godden. It's Godden v Fads.
Dodgy pass back.
Chase it. Oh, no. If that's the closest we're coming, we don't deserve it. Seconds to go now, lads. Seconds to go. Blackburn, ping it forwards. Thomas, you've got to... Has he just stuck it out for a throw-in? That's it then.
I may as well send the keeper up now.
That's it, innit? Just sticks it out. Lads, please, if you could just understand, you've got 30 seconds. Not even. Coventry just get it out for another Blackburn throw in here. We're just taking the draw at the moment. Really disappointing. Coventry clear their lines.
We've literally got like 11 men behind the ball, haven't we? So it's not like
10.
yeah, good point.
Oh, Blackburn could win it here in the 96th. Oh my God! Goal kick to Coventry. Goal kick to Cov. And in fact, it's game over, season over, George.
Yeah.
A 0-0 draw is the final nail in the Coventry coffin for this season. We cannot make the Championship playoffs. I know.
Take a draw in the end.
You know what? I know it's gutting to not make the playoffs, but given how much better Blackburn were than us today, is he crying? Why is he crying? It's frustrating.
But they're still going to stay up. It's very likely that they'll still stay up.
Wasn't that a Cov fan, wasn't it?
No, it's a Blackburn fan, I think.
Was it?
I think so, yeah.
He was wearing sky blue. I don't understand why either fans would cry. In the end, our season's over, but it was kind of over anyway, and theirs is... They've still got a good chance. Right, let's keep an eye on these other scores, guys. There's 300 people in here. Once again, drop a like, subscribe. We'll come back to Coventry in a minute, but let's just keep an eye on everything else.
You'd be gutted if Swansea score now, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Fulham 1-1. Man United is 1-1. Newcastle 5-1. Wolves 2-1 win. Oh, it's a disaster for Luton. So Norwich 2, Swansea 2 still. Wednesday 3-0 up against Baggies. Stoke 1-0. Watford 1-0. And it's finished 1-1 at Huddersfield. I think they're relegated, you know. No, they're not. Plymouth. Oh, no, they pretty much are. Look at the goal difference.
Plymouth to win 15-0.
Yeah. Plymouth have lost 1-0 to Millwall. Oh, look at this. It's so close. Right, we'll stick around until the full-time whistles go. But George, it was always going to be difficult for Coventry to make it. But ultimately, what's frustrating is...
We would have had a good chance if we won today.
We still would have been alive. We would have still been alive. You know, it's quite a bad run, really, when you put it into perspective.
But that's what I mean. I think that's what can happen once you sort of your season. You think it's over. You then can sort of lose the last few games or not pick up many points. Then you end up mid-table. Then people don't really look at you as a good team. They're like, oh, they're in the mid-table team. They are.
Yeah, that's very true. So full time at Old Trafford, Man United 1, Burnley 1. It could be a decent point that for Burnley in the end, with a penalty in the last couple of minutes. Is there going to be a late twist at Carrow Road? It wouldn't affect us now, obviously, but
Swansea are actually on top.
Yeah, mate, it's so frustrating.
Please don't score, Swansea.
Because the thing is, in the end, George, it's Coventry that have messed it up. The other teams kept messing up. We had the opportunity.
Yeah.
It's really disappointing. Guys, keep your comments coming. Get your final thoughts in. We're just keeping an eye. There's still one game going in the Premier League, which is Newcastle 5, Sheffield United 1. Sheffield United are on their way down, aren't they? Speaking of the other Sheffield, Wednesday have just beaten West Brom 3-0. They're nearly there now. They're nearly done the Great Escape. And they're still going at Carrow Road, where it is 2-2. Oh, I'm really...
One thing we can say now, at least we can look to next season. I mean, we can probably actually start looking at signings now, can't we?
That's true.
At least now we can ensure we're going to get a proper off-season, a proper pre-season, can't we?
Yeah, it's
the
just
rebuild starts.
The thing is, though, going into that Ipswich game on Tuesday, they've got so much to play for that...
We could lose the next 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how does that make you feel? Because we then finish maybe 11th or 12th.
Yeah, that'll just look like our season hasn't been that great. But yeah, it will be disappointing. I think we have to try and win the next 2. You know what I mean? Realistically. Oh, must have gave Fads a good send off.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy that's happened, to be fair. So, Sheffield United are still 5-1 down against Newcastle. Norwich and Swansea still drawing 2-2. Right, let's... MK Dons 4, Sutton 4. How about that for a scoreline?
Oh, bloody hell. Look at the Doncaster game. It was 2-0 up.
Doncaster finished 2-2. Who's it got sent off? Was it Biamu? No. Right, let's run through everything, guys. We'll be here for 2 more minutes, so just keep your comments coming. Please make sure you've dropped a like. Let's just wrap it all up. West Ham 2, Liverpool 2, Fulham 1, Palace 1, United 1, Burnley 1, Newcastle 5, Sheffield United 1. There we go, game over. Wolves 2, Luton 1. In the Championship, Blackburn 0, 10-man Coventry 0, Bristol City 2, Rotherham 0, Cardiff 1, Middlesbrough 4, Huddersfield 1, Birmingham 1, Millwall 1, Plymouth 0, Norwich 2, Swansea 2, Wednesday 3, West Brom 0, Southampton 0, Stoke 1, Watford 1, Sunderland 0. How much longer have they got to go in that game at Carrow Road? They've played 5 added minutes now. Doesn't affect us.
Just goes on forever. Let's go wins.
Yeah. Right, let's get the Premier League table up just to show you guys that it is game over for Sheffield United. They are relegated, but look at that between Forest, Burnley and Luton. I mean, that is close. 2 points separating 3 teams there. Forest play Man City tomorrow. I don't really expect them to win that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the game in hand, isn't it? It's not really any advantages that having that game in hand.
Burnley on the final day at home to Forest.
That could decide it, couldn't it?
That is crazy, isn't it? I mean, Burnley might be the team to stay up out of all of them.
Yeah, to be honest, I would rather Forest and Luton. I feel like Burnley would be the strongest team in the Championship if they came down.
Yeah, they were last year. Okay. In the Championship, still going at Carrow Road. What is going on? Swansea are ending the better team by the looks. Oh, there you go, 2-2. So we wouldn't have been able to catch them anyway.
Yeah, that's made me feel better.
Yeah. So it's going to be between Norwich, West Brom, and Hull for that final 2 playoff places. Hull have a chance, you know, and they play Ipswich next, who are fighting for the top 2. That's a big game.
I hope Ipswich do it, to be fair.
Remember, Ipswich could be promoted at the CBS on Tuesday. Down at the bottom, George, Huddersfield are virtually gone. Meanwhile, Birmingham hang by a bit of a thread. Plymouth, Wednesday and Blackburn all not safe yet. What do you make of it?
I think Birmingham need to go down.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think I said it at half time when he was gone. I think it's probably best for them because they keep doing it every season, just holding on by the skin of their teeth. And I think long term it'll do better for them if they can go down, rebuild, and have some sort of success. A bit like Coventry, really.
Yeah.
We was in Coventry when we was in the Championship last. Was every year just finishing sort of 18th, 19th.
That's true.
Then we went down and we could rebuild again. So I think that's got to happen.
Yeah. Okay, so that is that. Guys, get your final comments in. I'll try and read them out. Let's have a look. We must beat Birmingham. Who's saying that? Is that a Norwich fan? 2-2. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, they're happy with a 2-2 draw. We're all Wednesday, says Kev. Yeah, well, they did Coventry a favour. We couldn't do ourselves any favours. George, sorry, we'll wrap it up there. A final word then. I mean, it's a good season. Disappointing how it's ended. I mean, it's 1 win in 7, I think, now.
Yeah, I mean, I think naturally that can happen once you know sort of things. It's going to be very difficult to sort of make things happen. It's always going to be difficult to motivate yourself to try and win every game. But like you said, we have had a good season. To be in the chance of the playoffs and to make the semi-final and nearly the final, you can't say I've had a bad season.
Mm.
So yeah, look forward to next season now. It's going to be our first time in a while to actually have a proper pre-season and hopefully a proper start. Because last season, obviously, this season we've had a massive turnover in players and we took forever to get started. The season before, that was the pitch situation, wasn't it? We couldn't play home games. And then what was the season before that? No idea. But
such a good chance.
Yeah. But I think we will have a good start next season. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think for me and maybe for a lot of Cov fans, I think after last season it felt like the next step was to get promoted this season. Do you know what I mean? Because we came so close. But
yeah, but then a lot of people were saying, and they probably were right, that this season's just the rebuild season.
Mm.
I mean, a lot of like predictions were expecting us to have a massive drop off.
Yeah,
that can happen, can't it?
Yeah.
A bit like Huddersfield, but we're only getting better.
So, just to finish off with the two teams that we covered today, Coventry City can no longer make the playoffs. It's a 9th place position going into the final week. Could still finish as high as 7th. Could still finish as low as 12th. Meanwhile, at the other end, Blackburn are nearly safe with their results today. Billy, absolute legend. Thank you so much, Billy. He says, rooting for Ipswich now, up the tractor, boys. And I'll drop that a like. Thank you so much, Billy. Really appreciate the donation and really appreciate everyone supporting here today. It is the last stream covering Cov this season. I will be at both the Ipswich and QPR home games, so look out for those vlogs. The Ipswich one could be absolutely massive. Make sure to drop a subscribe if you haven't already. It's free to do. Last chance to subscribe. I might even have a video going out later. Make sure to drop a like as well. And thank you for joining me today, George.
You're welcome. Till next season.
Yeah, till next season. We've still got loads of live streams to come, but there just won't be Coventry ones now. Boo! Right, we'll see you in the next one, guys. It's finished here at Ewood Park. Blackburn Rovers 0, Coventry City 0. Take care. Peace out.